Live stream from the bed rest shenanigans post rec. Welcome. I already got the first person in here and scared them away, you know? Got to get that out early so they know what they're signing up for when they come into the live stream, okay? All right, guys. Let's see. I'm a little bit late, but you know, I'm trying to not. This is going to be live and live swatches and trying to hide all the doing the best we can here, people, doing the best we can. Still am not walking, won't be walking for a while. Gonna have to relearn how to walk. So this is a process, guys. So we're figuring things out as we go. Hi, Penny. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you so much for coming. Did you get a notification or did you just know off of what I sent? Trying to figure that out. You're getting a tour of the bedroom. Notification. Thanks, Miss Penny. That is good news because I know they try to play me. Okay. Got some hot tea this morning. We're going to do swatches, and I'm going to take, since I've already done looks that I'm going to post on IG with each palettes, you know, separately, I'm going to do a bingo with all 3 palettes and make it difficult for you guys. I mean, not difficult for you guys, but difficult for me and for you guys for your guys' enjoyment. Hi, Rugi. Hey, girl. Hey. Yes. 3 travel palettes, 3 different color stories all together, and it's different from their first travel palette, which is really cool. And because they're all different color stories, but I'm going to just show you here. The first one that I'll be posting with is this one right here. And that went up today. And I'll do swatches live. And that's this one here. And even though this is more to the monochromatic, and this is kind of like a greenish gray. It's not white. It kind of shows white in the monitor. And I've already dipped my brush with some setting spray into this one. But even though it looks a little white or grayish, it's like a green. I mean, we're going to get to see kind of like a light sage green, or I don't even know. But I do, at first, you know, I'm not a big fan of monochromatic palettes. That's no surprise to anybody. But this one here, you can take it in a blue direction, or you can take it in a green direction, or you can combine the both. And that's what I figured out with this palette. So I really like that about this one, because even though it's to the monochromatic side, which I don't care for, it still goes to the blue or to the green, and you can kind of finagle it. Hi, Joe. Hi. And I already said Reggie. Hi, Reggie. Okay. And then this is my penny palette. Every time. It's my penny palette. Hi, Itzel. Hey, girl. Hey, this is my penny palette. It's not what it's called. Nomad's gonna be like, just kidding. Sorry, it's my woman. No, just kidding. Okay, so this is this, and our air conditioner's broke. So let's hope I'm not, well, it's not broke. It just keeps shutting off. And so we have somebody coming out to maintenance it right when I'm going live. So if I start to sweat, I won't sweat, but sometimes I don't know. Anyways, I scared the first person that got in here off within seconds. And I was like, you know, I have to get that out of the way just so people know what they're signing up for whenever they come to watch me go live. Anyway, so This is really pretty actually on. This is my kind of orange. It's like that terracotta orange. This is the oranges that I like. They're a deeper, richer orange. And then you have a cool tone brown one. And y'all know I'm loving this. This gives a when I showed the look I did with this palette, this will be the third look that I post with this. And I'm going to do it each day. I already have them already filmed, ready to go. Like not filmed, but like a reel. It's a 3-part reel that I'm doing. So the first one went up today, and then tomorrow I'll put the orange one up, and then the third day I'm going to put the cool tone one up on IG. And this gives such a pretty cool tone smoky eye look. Oh, so pretty. They're all pretty, but like I did something really kind of different with this palette that I really liked. Really liked the look I did with this one too. And then this was just pretty all together. So I really like how these looks turned out that you'll see on IG. I can't wait for you guys to see them all. But this one is already up. I put this one up on IG. So any Hoosers, we're going to go ahead and we're going to swatch all of these. And then I'm going to do a random bingo picker. I'm going to pick 2. I almost thought about doing 3 out of each palette, but I'm going to do 2 from each palette and create a look since I've already done a look with each palette. Now, you know, these are travel palettes, so they're meant to go into your bag. You know, you got a weekend getaway trip and you don't want to have a whole lot of fuss. These are good to just pop in your purse, pop in your bag, and go kind of situation, right? For me, because I'm extra and I'm not a big monochromatic person, all 3 of these would go in my bag because they're small and they travel well. Even before they started these like travel palettes, I've always said if you go back, you can fact check me. But in all of my not all, but in several of my Nomad videos that I've said that I've done, I have said that when I travel, I take my Nomad palettes because the way that they're packaged, their formula and everything travels really well. So Nomad palettes are just my go-to for a travel palette. So now that they're making the small little travel palettes, this gives you like the best of all the worlds. And they release on, I'm going to double check myself because, you know, brain injuries mixed with my brain before the injuries. It's not a good combo. Okay. Let's see here. The launch date is Tuesday, May 21st around noon EST. So my time would be 11 a.m. and then noon EST. And then that would be, if it's 11 my time, that would be 9 o'clock a.m. PST. And if you get all 3, you get the makeup bag. So I know that. Okay, let me go back because I might have missed somebody. I don't know, but I do need to go back and read. You guys saying hello to everybody. It's gorgeous. Yes, Penny. Pretty browns. I agree. The cool tone browns are, love them. How is everyone doing today? I'm catching up on videos. Tornado recovery. Oh my goodness, girl, you're helping with that. It's been crazy. This weather is wackadoodle. Women, I have bag just for makeup, right? I don't have many travel size palettes. Yeah, it's nice to have that. Hi, Angie. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Okay, I'm going to put it into live chat instead of top chat there. And okay. All right. So let's get into the swatches real quick. You know me, I'm going to probably just do some finger swatches or the hand swatches. Let me get some little wipes. Again, I'm still on strict bed rest, broken leg and everything. The surgery is healing okay, and but I still will not even get to start PT until the middle of June. And even when I do start PT in the middle of June, it can take up to a year. and with this kind of break because it was such a severe area and hard to heal and with the plates and screws and all that stuff. So I will be learning how to walk all over again. I've already got muscle atrophy and everything. So, because I can't put any pressure on it, I haven't been able to walk for a month well, since April 1st. So, and we're not gonna even be able to start to put weight on it until the middle of June. So, we're doing, post-rec, my post-rec bed rest shenanigans. That's what it is. Healing from the brain injury as well. Okay. Um, so give me grace. And my skin is not liking bed rest. You would think that I'd be rested and no, no. Skin doesn't like the bed rest. I'm doing good and excited for summer. Yes, summer means I oh, not excited for summer. I read that wrong. Hi, Matthew. How are you doing? It's been a while. Yes, it has been a while. And I know life gets busy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, post-rec pretties. Yeah, shenanigan pretties. Pretties, shenanigan. It's more like shenanigans. I'm still in bed. Oh, good. I'm good today. Thanks for asking. Yay, take it easy. Oh, thank you so much. There's so much rest. I'm so tired of rest, Angie, just to be honest. I'm so sick of rest. That's all I've gotten is bed rest, and rest is for the birds at this point. Sign me up for anything but rest at this point. Okay. And it's so funny because I've gotten so much bed rest that now my insomnia is back. And I had gotten rid of my insomnia for a while and now it's back. And so I'm just like, I can't win. Okay. Let's quit complaining. Let's get into the swatching. All right. So let's start with the first one that I did in order of IG looks. Okay, so this is, okay, guys, excuse how I pronounce things. This is, I can do this one though. Canadian Rockies. And so the airport is YXC. So that's our first stop with the trip. And let's go ahead and go in with, should we do mattes first? Let's do mattes. Okay, and of course I did opposite of what I normally do. Let's go ahead and there's that one. Here's this one that keeps showing up white in my pictures, and it's not. It's like this really pretty cool tone green, like an icy green is what I would call it. Or it's a blue green too. I mean, like I said, you can go green or blue with this palette, not just one or the other. Hi, Sylvia Jackson. Okay. And then this is like a murky. I love this one too. I did not use this one with the look, but I will because I want to utilize that one. That's more of the grungy, I like that a lot. Y'all know I love my greens. But I love that you can go blue with this one as well. So getting this off my fingers because I went with the darker first, and I know better. I know better. Thanks, guys, for coming to hang out with me on a Saturday morning. I appreciate it. And then you have this, let me get my fingers more dry. Hold on. I do that, and I get too excited, and I go right back into a matte. Okay, teal. Look at that. That's pretty. Oh, sorry. I was doing that in front of you guys. Look at that. So the Nomad quality that we love, the mattes, pigmented, beautiful, blendable. You can layer them. You can do whatever you want with them. They're foolproof is what I would call them. They're just foolproof. They're beginner friendly, but pigmented enough that even if you're beginner friendly, you can't really mess them up. You know how sometimes you get into a super pigmented palette and you start to put it on your eyes. And if you are not real, like I know in the beginning, whenever I was just starting out with getting into a lot more brighter colors, if I got a too pigmented palette, it's like I didn't know what to do with it because it would not blend together. It was a patchy mess. And so I was like, well, let me just put a shimmer all over it, because I couldn't get it to blend. And you can't do that with these. Like they work really well together. I don't know. On it I love Nomad. Y'all know that I am a Nomad diehard anyways, but I'm not just saying this. It has always been this way. When I discovered and they've improved them even over the years, they keep improving just like all the other brands are doing. They're improving their formula. Not all the other brands, some of the brands. Glamlight, do something. Like you still have the same formula from way back when I started YouTube. Glamlight, please improve it. Get with the improvements, but Nomad has done a really good job at that. And um their shimmer, I mean their mattes, their shimmers are beautiful, and they got into their multi-chromes and everything. Look at these. But I'm just really impressed with the formula that they have. Hi, Janet. Look at that. Oh, sorry. They moved my camera angle, or they flipped the cameras on the Apple MacBooks. And so now I'm always showing you guys backwards. So than what I see. And I'm not used to that. Isn't that pretty? So, so pretty. I need to go to state. Angie, it's 65 in my place. Oh, wow. Ugh, 95. Well, our air conditioner is not running well. And so we have somebody coming out to service it. And so they told us to turn off the air conditioner. And so, y'all, I wish it was 65 here, but it's like already 80 something. It'll probably be in the 90s today. Yes, I love chrome colors too. I do too. And I'm just being honest, I am not a monochromatic girl, and these are, for the most part, monochromatic, except for this one goes to the green. You can take it green or you can take it blue. You don't have to just have green or blue, and you can distinctively see two different color stories out of this one. But I would say, these are definitely more to the monochromatic. But like I said, if I was to take these on travel, because I'm not a monochromatic girl, all three of these would go with me because that's what I would do. And they're small enough that I could take all three and have three totally different looks. This is the green. Oops. Pew, pew, pew. Do you see what I'm saying? Definitely can take it. I mean, if you start mixing them all together, it might look more like a blue or more like a green, depending on which ones you're using. But you could definitely take it in a blue look or a green look for sure. Pretty. I love that one. That's the Canadian Rockies. All right, guys. I'm going to stop before I do the next palette and show you another product that's non-Nomad because it's really amazing. And it's actually something that my daughter said, have you tried this? And I'm like, no. And she's like, I really love it. And I think you'd like it. So you need to try it. So when she said that to me, my daughter, Cynthia, my oldest daughter, I hopped on to Amazon and I picked them up, and I am so glad I did. I have them on today, which, like I said, bed rest is not doing my skin any favors. Like, I feel like I think I'm not drinking as much, I'm not as active, and so my skin is just like, "You've got problems, and I'm gonna make everybody see that you have problems." Um, but, you guys, this Catrice under eye brightener, I got both, and I'm so glad I did. Because one is a little more warm tone and one or neutral or warm tone, and this one's more pinkish, and it is so creamy. and it's not like concealer, but it works like concealer, but doesn't feel like concealer. Super creamy, so if you're my oily girls, it's probably not for you. But if you're dry and crepey and just, mature, because that sounds better, you're gonna love this. Oh my goodness. I know I was just telling you about the Neutrogena pen, but I think this might have beat it out. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Oh, stop it, Penny. Mature. We're mature. We're just mature for our age. These are so good. That's just a little extra tidbit. Back to Nomad. Okay. Um, it was just little, little, little extra. Okay, let's take these off. All right. I'm excited to be here, guys, because I miss y'all. This is my first public YouTube live, you guys, since the wreck. So Nomad, I didn't even think about this, but Nomad commented it on my post the other day. They said, "Oh, we're so honored. We're the first brand you're going to show back at YouTube since your accident." And I'm just like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that." But yeah, you are. It wasn't planned, but I was just like, "No, I want to go live because I'm not going to be like filming, I don't think. I have plenty of other stuff. You see, I'm trying to hide cords and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." I'm like, "There's pillows, there's cords." Like, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to be professional. Okay. All right. I scared people out at the very beginning. No worries, because if they don't know me, they're already gone. Okay, because we're here to have fun, okay? Makeup should be fun. We shouldn't be like, "This is your makeup. Here's the swatches." Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay. All right. So there's that one. Hi, Melanie. Oh, thank you for being here, Melanie. I hope you're feeling okay. Melanie's got, she's got a lot. I'm not going to talk about her business, but she's got a lot of health stuff going on right now. And it's just an honor that you guys come and show up and want to hang out with me when you're not feeling well and you're going through all kinds of health crud. You want to come hang out with another health crud person? No, but you guys are warriors. I'm very, very blessed to have met all of y'all because it's an encouragement to me as well. Whenever you're going through stuff and you see others that go through a lot of other things, it may be different or maybe the same. It's a blessing to know that there's other people out there that struggle and, they're doing it day by day just like you are. You got your surgery date finally? Oh, good. Good. Hopefully soon. Hi, Barbara Jean. Hey, we're having a little bed rest shenanigans here, okay? Tell the hubby he doesn't need to get on to me. I am in bed. Still doing bed rest. I'm not getting up and doing anything. I have half of my beauty room brought up to me on a table, a folding table at the end of my bed, okay? We make it work around here, okay? Her husband is they're my parents. They're my adopted parents. And Barbara Jean's my mom. And Patrick, her husband, is my dad. And he yells at me every time I post something. He's like, "Girl, you better be resting." And I'm like, "This is 2 months old, Patrick. I'm just getting around to editing it." But I love it because I don't have that in my life. So they are that for me. I love it. Thank you. Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you for being here, Barbara Jean. My hair looks like I stuck a finger in a light socket. Oh, no. Oh, no, Penny. No, we had to get up this morning and do this, and I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this, but I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so this is the second one. And this is where I'm gonna get a little it's from here. Abu Dab I know how to say it. Dubai, Zayed, AUH is the airport. And it says, "Fly away with Nomad Air and love the journey again. Proud supporter of the Sustainable Travel International." I love this. Okay, it's okay. You can say, "I have pesky brain breast cancer." Yes. Yes. Yes, because you know what? Sometimes the ones with the cancer are the most stubborn people in general. So cancer doesn't get to stay. It works out. It stinks, but stubborn wins. Okay. All right. So you're not alone, Penny. Yeah. And still ready to make my coffee. It's 8:30 in California. Oh yes, it's early, Sylvia. I am so honored that you woke up to watch me. It might be a little too early for my shenanigans, but I sleep on the weekends. Neighbor dog. Oh, how annoying, Sylvia. I am so sorry. Yes, stubborn wins. Okay, I'm gonna start swatching this. Okay, so we're gonna get into this one first, and we're gonna go light to dark, not like the first time. Now this one is gonna be my flesh tone type shadow. And then I really need a towel. Let's do this. I don't want to do wet all the time. I'm sorry to hear, Melanie. Yes. Yeah. You know what? A lot of survivors here. So I call this more of the light terracotta. That's really awesome because we need to hear where other people have beat it also so that it is encouraging to each other. There's that light terracotta. I know there's probably a different name for it, but it's what I see. Yep. You know what? Sylvia is. I am. I don't think Barbara Jean, you haven't had cancer. I don't think. Um, I could be wrong. But yeah, so many of us. Angie was. Golden Dog Mom. Hi, friend. It's on. Oh, it's Andrea. Makeup with glitter. Yes, I changed my name. Girl, you're out there trying to confuse me as much as possible. I'm fine. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay. And then let's go into this is more of like the desert orange is what I would call it. I'm making up names, okay? I'm telling you what I see. Okay, I see flesh tone. I see light terracotta, and now I see desert orange. Okay. Hey, these are Arizona colors, really. Like, I think when I see this kind of palette, I'm like, Arizona. I was born in Arizona. I've been to Arizona multiple times, and I just feel like these are Arizona colors. Am I wrong? I don't know, but that's what I see. And we're here to hear what I think. Okay. No, just kidding. I'm teasing. Teasing. Okay, that sounded very rude. Okay, now here's the terracotta. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Itzel, for the reminder. I know I'm on a roll today. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I already scared out all the people that don't know me already in the first like 2 minutes that I went live. Okay. I hurry up and I be the biggest dork that can possibly be right in the beginning of every live. So if you've never watched the very beginning of the live, I'm always the biggest dork. I'm usually singing. I'm usually saying all the off the wall things at the very beginning all at once. I'm going to skip these ads. Um, so that it weeds out the people that don't know me. They're like, "Ooh, I didn't sign up for this." And I'm like, "Okay, bye." And then, then you guys, when you stay, it's like, you know what you signed up for. You know why you're here. You can't get mad at me when it takes 2 hours to swatch palettes and do a look. Okay, so terracotta, terracotta, desert orange, light terracotta, and flesh tone, okay? That's all you need to know. All right, so there's that. Let's do the shimmers. And this, what do I see? I see a rosy, like, this is like a rose gold. Tits McGee. Tits McGee, have you been here before? And if you are you from Instagram? I don't know if Tits McGee. Do I know your actual name? I don't know. I feel like I do, but you gotta help this brain injury, okay? Please. And I don't think it's your first time here, but if it is, let me know. I don't have my cowbell. Okay, this is like a rose gold, but kind of a darker rose gold. I'm just going in because I swatched that. I went in for a little bit more because I swatched that kind of weird, but kind of a deeper, richer rose gold in my opinion. You could probably share it out to more of a rose gold, but I think it's a rich rose gold. Yes, penny. I know this is a penny palette. Like through and through, when I open palettes or I see shades all the time, I'm like, this is a penny shade. This is a penny palette. That's all I can think of is penny. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see here. I'm missing stuff. Tits McKee, talk to me. Did I scare you? Um, yes, it's stunning. You don't need another palette. So, but it's all in one, and it is your shimmers and your mattes all in one. Okay, no, I'm not, because I know we're out here trying to budget. I'm not gonna. No, you don't need it, you don't need it, but if you do, you do, and you know where to go. Okay, so, sorry, left my phone where you're talking to me. No, in general, I was just talking to everybody other than Tits McGee. I'm trying to figure out things with that one. Um, the name just cracks me up. Those colors look like they would look good on it. Yeah, maybe some of these lighter ones, you would have to, like, strategically add those to. Oh, thank you. Ear for Truth. Hi, do I know you? If not, if you would like to share your name, I'd appreciate it. Normally, this is not my setup. This is post-rec bed rest. So, normally I would have a cowbell and I'd ring it for the new people that come in, but we'll continue that at a later time. Okay. Let's see. Thought I heard Andrew. Okay, maybe, but by now I don't remember. Okay. If somebody want. Oh, oh my gosh, is this my brother? You guys, the one I've talked about is here. Only a few of you guys would know from way back. Okay, so here we go. Be nice, David. His name's David. He promised he's not gonna be teasing me. He's gonna be nice. He has been. He's like, "I didn't really realize you thought that way." So he felt bad. And, I love my brother. So here is a more. My brother is Ronald David. Oh, very cool. This is more of a copper, a goldy copper to the gold side. So I'm I'm he was watching. I'm making breakfast and watching. This really is good. I enjoyed. Oh, thank you, David. I'm just waiting for. I know. I give him a hard time, but me and my brother are really close. We are really close, and so I did not tell him that I had a YouTube channel for, like, he just found out, like, last year, I think. and I've been on YouTube for over 5 years. So he was really shocked. Oh, and David, meet my mom and my dad that adopted me. Welcome. Patrick says hello and behave. We're about to see Barbara Jean, Age is Just a Number by Barbara Jean. That's my adopted mom, and her husband is my adopted dad, and they literally have taken on that role. I love them so much. And Patrick has been like hounding me on social media, telling me to slow down. What are you doing? You need to be resting. You're on bed rest. You better not be doing. I'm just like, Patrick, I did this video 2 months ago. But it's nice to have that parental figure in my life. I love you guys. You're about to leave. Okay, well, you guys have a good day. Thanks for coming to say hi and hang out for a little while. Okay, so all right, on with this. Okay, so there's the second palette, and if that is just not a Penny palette, I don't know what is. And if you don't know Penny, I'm sorry, but she's we call each other woman, like my woman, you're my woman, and it's not like that. It's like she'll do something, like I'll do something for her and she'll go, "Woman, you better stop it." Like I'll send her something or "Woman, you better stop that." Or she'd send me something. I'm like, "Woman, you know better." And so we do that back and forth. So we call each other woman. So there's that. Okay. And we've known each other forever. So yeah. So that's Penny. That's Penny in a palette right there. Okay. All right. So let's wipe this one off. We've seen it. And we're going to go on to the third palette and then we'll start the bingo. Okay. I swear my laundry never. Hey, that's what these live streams are good for. You just work, and then before you know it, we're 4 hours into the live stream. Okay. And then you've got all your laundry done. Gotta go shopping, it seems. Oh, really? Well, code Debutawn will save you 10%, okay? And these come out on Tuesday. For the ones that weren't in here at the beginning, these come out on Tuesday, and they're gonna come out on 12 or noon EST time. So Central Time would be 11 AM, and then your PST time would be 9 o'clock in the morning, and then your MST time will be 10 o'clock in the morning. So that's when it launches on Tuesday. Your 56th birthday. Ooh, when is that? I have it written down, but I don't know what it is right off the top of my head. Is it July? For some reason, I'm thinking July. Maybe July the 20. No, the 21st of this month? May? Oh, next week. Yes. Birthday time. Okay. And let's go on to the last one. And like I said, hi, King Morgan. Hey, welcome in. Yes, Tits Mickey. I agree. It is pretty palettes. And like I said, they all blend beautifully. My first look, the ones that weren't in here, my first look is up on Instagram. I did a reel. So it's not a post, it's a reel. So if you want to check that out, is up with just using this palette alone. And then tomorrow, the look that I did with this palette will be up on Instagram on a reel with just this palette alone. And then on the day after that, the reel will be up on, it's a 3-part reel thing that I'm doing on Instagram. And you'll see all done with just the single palette. And then today we're going to do a bingo, randomly selecting shades from each palette to do one look. Okay. So welcome in all the new people that are here. And let's see here. I see the first palette. The song comes to mind, Come Fly With. I know I put that on one of the Come Fly Away, Come Fly Away With Me. The look you did on Insta was great. I love that you did the red scarf. Thank you. If you scroll back, the very first travel palette, I did that one in that whole, like, stewardess outfit, and literally, that's everything that just came off of other dresses and stuff in my closet. I just put that together, and I had these pins from a long time ago, and I just pinned those on there. I didn't buy a thing to make that stewardess outfit. Not a thing. I just was like, "Oh, I have this blue dress. Oh, I have this red belt from another dress. Let me wrap that around my neck a couple times." So, like, no extra money was spent on that. I kinda just made that up. It was what I visualized as, like, an airline attendant. I know we don't call them stewardess anymore, but I was kinda going more retro anyways. Okay, so this is the Cool Tone palette. This is the last one. Like I said, this will be the 3rd installment of the Instagram Reels, and this one makes a beautiful smoky eye, and that's what I ended up doing with this one. Love me a Cool Tone palette, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to see your little picture. I know who you are. I'm just trying to figure it out. Let me try the and strangle myself with the belt. I know, like, right? Like, I watch too much true crime. I think this belt would work 4 times around my neck. Um, I'm going to hop off, Deb. Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Andrea. Okay, so here's the cool tone one, and I am, if you end up coming back in a couple hours, we'll still be here, okay? Um, let's go into the lightest shade. Now, the lightest shade on this one is kind of more to a gray, a taupe. It's a taupe. That's what it. You burnt the eggs, David. Come on, you had one job. Eggs burnt though are still good. It's a taupe. Okay, it's darker, just a tad bit darker than what you're seeing on the camera. Okay, just a tad. But it's definitely a taupe. Okay, and then this is just so pretty. I love this kind of color right here. Look at that. It's kind of taupe gray with a hint of pink. Okay, taupe gray with a hint of pink, just a hair. Like not much pink, but just a teeny tiny bit in there. Can add butter to help remove the burn taste. Butter helps everything. Okay, and then we have this one here. And this one, I would say, is a taupe, but definitely has more of that pink. Sorry, guys, that was a horrible swatch. That was me error, not the palette. But more, it's dark. Can I put another swipe on that? Because I literally just, there. It's a pink taupe with just amped up. And it's a little, I would say a little bit warmer toned than the other lighter one. I can see you wearing these, except for the blue. The blue can go green either, but that one's just not yours, Penny. But these definitely. And I'm not saying that, guys. I just know her and her preferences. Okay, okay. I just know. I'm not being like that's not for you, Penny. Okay, so there's that, and then let's get. She knows what I mean, but people that don't know us might be like, "That was rude. She just told her she can't wear a palette." Okay, this is a nice cool tone, dark. This is just yummy, yummy goodness. I know it's just brown to some people, mainly us that like a lot of color, which I'm one of them. But if I'm going to do a neutral eye look, this is going to be my palette. Like, this is I like the first travel palette they did, but it was definitely a neutral brown. This one is yummy, yummy goodness, cool tone. Yum. Like, love these browns. This will be if I'm like, I really need basic because I'm going somewhere where I don't want to be, all decked out in color. This is gonna be my palette. Like, look, like that's for my skin tone. It's just It's beautiful, and I love the dark. I love that you can deepen it up on the outside and then add, the different tones and layer it, and then these shimmers, okay? The 2 shimmers. You have a pink tone shimmer. Yes, and Penny has, like, crystal blue eyes, and so there's certain colors that just make her eyes pop, and this and orange that orange palette would just sing. Okay, so this is a pinky taupe, like a very like a almost yes, a pinky taupe shimmer. I'm doing it around the edge there, so I did too. But just very, very classic look that you're gonna get out of this. Just a very classic look. A wedding palette. Oh my goodness. If somebody needed just something small for a wedding palette, this would be perfect. Perfect. I'm losing the pigment in my eyes, so they are super they're beautiful. Who needs pigment in the eyes? No, I'm just kidding, because that's not usually a good thing. It's usually we all need that pigment, so okay. And then there's this gray. Yeah. I know, Penny, but I know I can joke with you like this. Who needs that pigment anyways? I love bright colors. Yes, Angie, me and you both, girl. You're you're an island girl, is that what it says? I can't see because there's, like, these little emoji things off to the side, and so oh, there. Thanks, King. You moved her up so I could read it. It is girl. Yes. Angie, you do some if you guys don't know Angie, she has a YouTube channel, and she does some beautiful bright looks. Oh, inspiring. Thank you, King. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. Can't pull them off. You could, Penny. You could, and you do. Okay, so this looks silver in some of the pictures and on the monitor, but it is a brown, so it's more like a brown taupe. It has that shine like a silver, but it doesn't look like silver at all. It's more of a neutral but bright, if that makes sense. Am I making sense? But more to a brownie taupe than a silver. It's definitely okay. You're kind of seeing more of the brownie taupe in whenever I swipe it or I'm not explaining it well. Is that what you're saying, Benny? Um, just wondering. Oh, it looks pinky? No, it's not pinky. It's it's definitely I always have a good word, not a good word, but like a descriptive word for what I'm seeing. But I would say if you took like a and put more brown in this instead of pink, what is the color? It's definitely a brown taupey shimmer, and it looks silver to you guys, kind of back here it does. But eh, this is pink for sure. But this has what am I looking for? I'll probably come up with it, but later. I'm not thinking about it right now. I can't. So this is the last palette, and this is Oslo um, Gardermoen, OSL. I needed to look up where this was because I didn't know for sure. Is that Germany? I'm not sure. Oslo, if you know, let me know because I meant to look that up and I didn't. Oslo Garder Moen, OSL is Norway. Thank you, Janet. I knew my travel girl would know. That girl's been all over the place. Okay. It is, let me think. It's probably something. Okay. I know my metals because I worked in jewelry. So that one's for you, Sylvia. Yes, Sylvia palette right here. Um, it looks like tungsten. Do you know what tungsten is? So we had wedding rings and we would have titanium, which is more like a brighter metal. So the brighter metal would be more of like a silver look to it. And then tungsten was this deeper, more almost like grungier looking metal. And okay, you know your metals. So I would say this looks in person like a tungsten because it has that almost like just a richer tone to it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not the dark, it's not like the darker ends of metals, and it's not the light. It's like that grungy middle tone. That's what this reminds me of in person. Yeah, it's a deeper hue and it has brown in it. It's more of a brown taupey shift to it. It doesn't have pink though. I think that when it's up against these, it might give off a little pink, but it doesn't. So if it was just alone, here, let me just do it alone so you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe it just on the camera, sometimes the camera does not pick up certain tones. And so the camera is giving you silver and it's not silver. It's not. It has a brown tone to it. You can see it better. Good. Hi, Sue. I turned off my fan for you, and I have no air conditioner, so I love you, and I'm so glad that you're here because I thought about you today before I went live. I'm like, Marty, you got to turn off that fan just in case Sue's there. Sue has really good hearing. She can't see very well. Hey, if you're new here, just know that I know these people. Like we hang out all the time for hours and hours on end. And so when I say something about somebody, they love, like, this is what we do. They say it to me, I say it to them. We're like, we're like family and we hang out. And so when I say she can't see very well, it's just true. She says it herself. She can't see very well, but she hears really good. So you know how some of the senses pick up for the other senses, and she'll tell me, she'll be right back at me and say, "Well, your brain doesn't work very well and you don't remember anything, Deb." And I'll be like, "You're right. You're right. We all have our things." Right, Sue? Um, I love y'all. Okay, so Sue, she's gonna melt. I am. But more than melting, because I don't sweat, I get like I don't sweat, I get angry. I get a little frustrated. Not angry, but I'm like, somebody's gonna have to turn on that hair. That's how I'm like about to come out of my skin. That's how I feel. Okay, guys. Now this is gonna be funny because we're gonna take 2 shades out of 3 completely different palettes. So this may surprise me or it may be a disaster. Okay, so let's see what it ends up being. Okay, I need to take a drink because y'all, we're in here for the long haul, okay? Okay. All right. So I'm going to take 2 random selected shades. There is 6 shades in each palette. I didn't give you any extra information. They are $22 a piece. Y'all, if you've seen any of the new releases, okay, they're all like 80 bucks. It's kind of refreshing, even if it is a 6-pan palette. There's 6-pan palettes out there that are $50 too. So 22 was refreshing when she said that. I was like, okay, $22, I hear you. Like you can walk in and get a Revlon palette right now for $18. A Revlon. And y'all know that this is leaps and bounds better than a Revlon palette. So 22, okay? And then they are not limited, so don't break your back trying to run out and get it. I love that they put that. They're like, "Hey, don't be fighting people to get, like don't like skip your electric bill to get these because They're not going away. I love that they do that because a lot of people out there try to give you FOMO and make you believe that if you don't get this, you'll never get it again. And that is something that I truly they don't play games. This is a mature, very not mature as in like my kind of mature, but just like, hey, hey, these are going to be around. Don't worry, okay? Yes, exactly. That's what I think. You go into Walmart right now, and if you're not buying, like, Elf or something like that, a lot of the palettes that are six-pound palettes, Maybelline and everything else, like, $18, 18 to $20. 22, yes. These are leaps and bounds better than anything you're gonna buy off the shelf, period, end of story. Um, and it has a pure oh my goodness, mirror. So, when you travel, it does have a nice and it's a nice mirror. I don't wanna blind you guys, but it is here, down. But mine's smudged because, I can't keep my hands off of anything. I'm shaky. You guys just go with it, okay? But, it is just a nice mirror. It's not one of those ones that you're like, "Oh, it looks like a carnival mirror." No. Okay. Um, uh, I might have said something that they haven't released. It might have been a maybe thing and not actually set in stone. I think maybe where they might bundle them, where you can bundle them and get it with the bag, but I don't know. Do you have the first one near? Yes, right here. This one? Did you need to see something, Sylvia? Just ask, girlfriend. Just ask. Um, let me see here, guys. Okay. New studio look. Yes, this is called Bed Rest Shenanigans. Post Rec Bed Rest Shenanigans. I can't get down to my room. So I have half my stuff up here on a table. Okay. I can't walk, can't do all that stuff. So okay. Um I don't see that they put that on their deal. We talked about it separately, so I'm like, did I say something that she didn't really actually end up doing, which would be like me? Let's see here. I'm just gonna check. Maybe I'll message her real quick. I am. I'm gonna message her. Since I said something, I want to clarify. So let me text message her real quick. Okay. And oh, okay, there's one thing that they haven't okay. Well, she's saying like that's gonna happen, but there's something else they're thinking about doing, and I haven't mentioned that. Okay, so I haven't let anything out of the bag that they're not doing. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you that part, but it does say if you get all three, you would get the Nomad Air travel tote free, but that might be a little let's not talk about that too much because they didn't put that on the post. So that may be like a little sneak peek in on some information that's not released yet. Okay, so sorry, Felicia. Okay, what did you need? The brown first edition and the new one. Oh, I don't have it on me, but I can get it. My husband's working with the air conditioner guy right now, but as soon as I hear him quit talking, I'll message him and I will show it. Okay. And I did think about that too, about getting the original travel air palette to compare, but it was so crazy this morning with our air conditioner not working that it kinda slipped through my fingers of having him go do it. I'm gonna text message him, but that is a good idea, Sylvia, so I do wanna do that. Um, hey, whenever you get a chance and you could break away to get into my beauty room, would you please get the original travel size Nomad palette? It's blue packaging, and it would be on the desk that's behind the mirror where I normally do my videos. Here, I'm gonna take a picture of the I'm gonna skip ads, sorry guys. Um, I'm gonna send him a picture because pictures help, okay? Hey, I'm Hi, Bonnie. Hey, thanks for coming to watch. David's favorite mother-in-law. I love that. Oh, that's cute. Better be the only mother-in-law, right? Okay, I'm going to send this to him real quick. And that way he can bring it up whenever he gets a chance. Okay. Because it's something I wanted to do anyways. Sure had. All right, guys. Well, nice. I mean, I met you at the wedding, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yes, I know I did for a fact. It's been a while. Okay, I've had cinnamon rolls. Ooh, and eons. Ooh, butter sourdough snickerdoodle instead of cinnamon rolls. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm going to try to move my leg so we don't have any pain while we're doing the look. Do I have okay, I think it's just the old travel bag. So they're gonna put it together. I don't think it's a new one, Janet. I think what they're saying is they're gonna do it with the travel bag, like for people that haven't gotten the travel bag or want another one. Because she didn't say the new one. She didn't say anything about a new one, and I would have got the new one if there was one. Bye, Angie. Thank you for coming. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get going on picking I'm gonna start in the order that I showed you guys. So, 6. So we're gonna do random number generator. You can find that on Google. And so you put how many numbers, and so I'm gonna change that to 6. Okay. So 1 through 6. So the first palette, first number, 3. So hi, Mr. J. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Okay, so I always go this way. So 1, 2, 3. So this will be my first number. I mean, my first color here. Let's hit generate again. 5. Oh boy. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. All right. So we have this one here and this one here on the first palette. Okay. So 2 mattes. If I don't get any shimmers, I'm going to cry. Okay. Now let's go into a warm palette and try to mix it with the cool tones. Okay. So let's do again 3. 3 again, you guys. Hi. Hi, Dawn. Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you so much. All the whole family's here. David and Dawn. I had to tell Marty. Okay, he went and grabbed it for me. So we'll look at that here in a minute. Okay, let me finish out the numbers. So we got the terracotta number. I mean, the terracotta color. Okay. Yes, Mr. J. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so we have this one. Ooh, hard colors. I know, girl. We'll figure it out because I can do it on the top and bottom of the eye, okay? All right, so Penny, maybe he needs new taste buds. Uh-oh. We're talking about Tim now? And 4. Oh my gosh. Can I have a shimmer, okay? Okay, number 4 would be this one here, the flesh tone one, and the terracotta in that one. Okay. Remember, help me remember if I forget by the time I start to do the look, okay? Please give me a shimmer or I'm gonna cry. Okay. Here, we'll just do it this way. 1. Deb, Jessie wants me to tell you. Hi, Jessie. Hey, Gemma, if you're around. My niece and nephew. This is not going to be good. This is going to be the time where I'm like, why did I do a bingo? I'm sorry, Nomad Cosmetics. As Debbie's kicked off the PR list, and you're like, Debbie doesn't get Nomad PR anymore. What's going on? This will be it. Okay. And they're like, can you show all the nude colors on here? Oh, shoot. No shimmers. No shimmers. I'm glad I got the dark one. I can at least deepen up. But we're doing an all matte look today, you guys. Yay. Okay. This is going to be fun. Okay. I might have to adjust, you guys. Like I said, surgery, broken leg, 12-inch scar. It's not comfortable. Okay. In case you just didn't know. Okay. In case you're new here, in case you didn't know I was in a really bad car accident. Brain injury, really bad leg injury. So we're going to adjust. This is not my regular setup. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm just going to show you really. I can't. That would be cheating. And I don't cheat, Penny. Gosh, you know that. Okay. Just kidding. Okay. So we're going to do this green here with this blue. Oh, well, not together, but like I have those 2 colors out of this palette. And then I have this lovely little light number here and the dark one here. And then I have this lovely little light one here. And this one, right? It wasn't this one. Wait, let me think of the numbers. Yeah. Right? Yes. It's these 2. There it is. Yes, the green and blue palette. Like, I don't know if you follow me on IG, on my Debutawn IG, but today I post a reel in like an airline attendant uniform that I made up out of my closet. It's just stuff I took out of my closet, okay? I put a belt around my neck. True crime. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. Inappropriate. Okay, so yeah. So today I did she loves true crime, so I knew I could say that to her. Okay, so today I did a look using the green and blue palette. It's on there today, and it's just using these shades with the shimmers, So you want a good look at the IG today. The reel today has this one. Tomorrow will be a reel using this one, and then the next day will be a reel using this one. So I've already had those completed. They're just going up. So check IG for those because it's my little airline little number that I did. Okay, before I get into the look, let's show Sylvia the very first travel palette that they did. So this is what I had Marty bring up. This is the first travel little series that they did. This is a neutral brown. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. And it has 3 shimmers and 3 mattes. So they did only go down to 2 shimmers with the new ones. Yeah. Bingo was not nice to me today, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Maybe, like I said, either it's gonna be a disaster or it's gonna be one of those surprises where we're like, "Oh, well, it ended up a lot prettier than we expected." So here's the original compared to this one. Okay. Of course, I'm gonna show you all of them, but compared to the blue one, just in case you're thinking, "Oh, maybe I already have this one and maybe I wanna add this one," or whatever. Yes, I'm going to it. I'm going to. Okay. I was saving it for last, Janet. Patience. There's the last one. So, definitely neutral browns versus cool tone browns. I mean, there's a little bit shoot. There's oh, I hate that they turned my camera around. I feel like such a dork. Okay, so it's neutral and little warm leaning on the original travel palette. Definitely cool tone. Why don't I swatch these two because these are probably the closest out of all of them. Let me swatch them real quick because it won't take me much longer to do that. And hey, y'all are here for the long haul, right? Okay, so let me swatch. And look, I just want you to see. Maybe you can see it. Yeah, like, hello. See those two browns? That's a warmer tone, and that's a cooler tone. Okay, let me show you. On camera, you can't tell as much as you can in person either. Okay, new palette. I'm just gonna do the finger, you guys. Oh, you can't tell as much, but it's definitely warmer tone. The balloons. iPhone does here, I'm gonna hold up my whole hand, but warmer tone versus cooler tone. Yes, cool tone would look so pretty. The cool tones are amazing. Cool tone browns look so good for a smoky eye. Like a blown out smoky eye with your shimmers. That is where those cool tone browns, and that's what my look looks like on the 3rd day that I post my reels. Can you see the difference on camera? I see it in person, plain as day, but I didn't know if you guys can see the difference. Okay, and then the only other one that's close is this one here in the new palette, this one in the new palette, and this one in the old palette. New palette and old palette. And in the pan, it's the only difference. You don't use cool tone, but it would look good with your blue eyes. Here, I might as well just swatch this one as well, the lighter one. Yeah, that's just like almost like an orangey. Put it on my thumb there. But yeah, different. Definitely different. And the shimmers are way different. Definitely the shimmers are super cool tone and the other ones are like those, you know? Okay. Now, let me also, because now that I'm looking at it, see like this one here and this one here. Let's compare those two just so that you can see if there's any closeness there. I use so many earth tone neutrals. Yes, Tiffany and Penny has really like crystal blue eyes and she looks really good in them too. And you would, the neutrals and the earth tones. And if you got like an orange, it would really make them pop too. If you did more like the earth tone oranges. And then this is the new palette and this is the original palette. Dang it, the balloons. Okay. This is the new palette, and this is the original palette. Okay. Definitely a difference. Okay. And is there any more that are similar? No. No more that are similar between all those. Okay, let's get into this. Let's do our thing, because I don't know if I want to hurry up and get into this or hurry up and get it over because of the numbers that were selected for me. It's really scary. But let's see how this works out. Okay, I got to think for a minute. Give me just a moment to pull my thoughts together of how I'm going to put together a good look with the ones that were drawn. Okay, so the light and then the dark with that one. Yep. And then those two. So let's see, and no shimmers. Okay, let's see. I think that's how I'm going to have to do it. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. We'll see. Okay, this is really hard bingo, you guys. And I have people watching me for the first time to do my makeup. This is really going to be bad. But this is a part of bingo. That's why it's fun. You know, you're random selecting. It makes you think outside of your box. So, small trick, find a blue eyeliner, the color of your eyes, and put a little line under the bottom lash under your eye, then the rest in the brown to make your eyes pop. Oh, on a neutral eye look. Okay, let's do Okay, I'm just going to start, okay? I'm going to go in with that terracotta that was drawn. I don't have eye base on, but I don't think I really need it. I am going to, okay, you got to trust the process. I have hooded, let me explain, because I have hooded eyes. What hooded eyes mean is whenever my eyes are resting normal and I'm looking at you, my hood of my eye droops over top of my eyelid. Okay, so if you have hooded eyes, not deep set eyes. Deep set eyes are set in and the frontal part pushes outward. I don't have deep set eyes. They're straight with my face, but the hood of the eye comes over. If that's the case, normally people that don't have hooded eyes will put their color right in the crease. But if you don't have a crease because you have hooded eyes, you have to create your own crease where the crease should be. So you put your color, and I like a pigmented look. So what I do is I put it on full pigment, and then I'm going to go out and buff out the edges later. So it looks like a hot mess for a whole second, okay, or a few seconds, or maybe an hour. But it will come together at the end. So you have to trust the process. You can't be going, oh, look at what she's making, click off. Okay, because you got to see the whole thing. Okay, all right. Now that we got that out the way, but that's why I do this. Okay, so now I'm drawing where the crease should be, because it's going to give you an illusion that I have lids. Okay, or close to an illusion. Now, something else that I have to struggle with is getting it even, because the space between the eyebrow and where my crease should go is different, because I have one eye that protrudes, because I'm like Igor, okay? And when I start explaining all the things, but I have one eye that protrudes more than the other because there's pressure behind this eye. So the shape of it is even different. So I have to try to get it to look as even as possible. And if you see me touch my face, it's because my camera's flipped and they changed on an update. And now I'm thrown off because when I'm looking, it's a reversed image in my camera. And it used to not be that way. So now I have to touch and go, oh, okay. Otherwise, I'll go, that's uneven. And I'll keep taking it up. And I'm like, that's the wrong eye. So this one is higher than this one. So, and sometimes I go too high, and you know what? You just do that, okay? You just do that. We don't have to. This is why I like to do live streams. You know what? There's going to be a ton of videos up today. I'm going to go more towards live streams on my channel, and the reason why I say that is because you know what? When you're going out there to see if a new launch where people are getting this in PR, when you have a polished, edited video, because I do those also, you're not getting all of the first impression swatches. You're getting, maybe 3 or 4 swipes and, the best lighting. And this is just real. This is like what you're going to get when you get it home and you're going to swatch it and you're going to put it on your eyes. That's what I'm doing for you. I don't have any special filters. This is my face. Like my computer is just a webcam. Okay. So you're getting, other than what the camera distorts, which I can't help, you're getting the color, you're getting the swatches, you're getting the application in real time. And if I'm going to get PR and it's sent to me by a company and you guys want to know if you want to spend your money on it or not, I think live streams is the most honest way to be able to portray that to you, to be able to say whether or not you want to spend your money on it. Because I don't want you out there wasting your money on things that you don't want. So I think I'm going to start doing a lot more live streams for new launches. So going forward, not just because I'm on bed rest, but in the future as well. And that's why I do it this way. Okay. I've been doing it kind of that way for a while where I do like I'll do a video and I'll do a live stream. But I think for the most part, having that live stream is going to be more beneficial and different than what you're seeing out there, everywhere else. Okay. It's this eye. And I like to interact with you guys too. I just wait until you say, woman, you need this. You need the orange one. I'm telling you, it's a penny palette. I opened it up. Like if you got that for your birthday, I think you'd be really, really, really excited about it. But I think I would love to see the cool tone brown one on you too. That's the thing. So if you can get Tim to spoil you and do 2, I think that cool tone brown one, you would really, I just think it'd be beautiful on you. But this like, girl, it's all you. Like I already renamed the palette. I'm sorry, Felicia. No, it's Penny's palette. I need you to tell me what to get. Girl, same thing for you because you and Penny's lighter skinned, maybe a little bit than you, Tiffany, but you guys have the same coloring with your eyes for sure. Maybe hers is a little lighter, so she's maybe a lighter on skin tone and eyes than you. Because you kind of get dark in the summer, don't you, Tiffany? Or I don't know why I said that. Dawn, I hate it when I look down. I know your name. But you get a little darker in the summer, I think, and Penny just gets pink or red. Sorry, Penny. Sorry, Penny. Um, I only tease the ones I love, and I know that David tries to get away with saying that too, but I do tease the ones I love, so it runs in our family. You call her Tiffany? I've never called her Tiffany until she came on here and I kept calling her Tiffany. I'm like, "Why am I calling her Tiffany?" It just doesn't seem right for me, and I get it because, like, I'm Deborah, and I don't like Deborah. But anyways, so or as David would say it, Debawa. No, maybe it was not David as much. Well, he did tell my family, like Cole and Austin and all them, and now they think it's funny, Milton, all my son-in-laws and my sons, to call me Debawa now. Debawa, because I had a friend that had, like, a speech impediment that would come over and, "Can Debawa play? Can Debawa play?" They call me Debawa. That's why I don't like the name. It's Debbie or Deb. That's it. That's all you get. Just call me Dawn. It's weird hearing yeah, I know. It's just I'm like, "Ugh, no, you're not Tiffany." And honestly, I think yes, and Penny calls me woman. That's fine. Um, I don't think you look like a Tiffany. I think you look like a Dawn. And I could just be biased because I've just always known you as Dawn. Never even knew Tiffany was a thing until you came onto YouTube and I was like, "Tiffany? Why is that Tiffany?" I don't think I even knew. Okay, I'm gonna bring this out a little bit. Okay. Okay, let's see this one. I like the way this one oops. Oh, hello. Better than this one, so we're gonna spread this out a little bit. Gonna wing it out. When you have mature eyes, I'm just gonna talk while I'm doing this. When you have mature eyes, you always want to take your eyeshadow up because, as you mature, everything starts to go down. Okay? So it's an illusion. Makeup's an illusion. Um, and you're gonna Penny, Dawn, I was in the middle of telling you what you needed. Same as Penny. I would love to see I don't know, you say you always do neutrals and browns. This would look phenomenal with your eyes. You don't have to do it as bright as what I'm gonna do it. I love bright colors, and so I'm gonna probably do it a little more pigmented. You can sheer this out. You can make it very sheer and don't have to do it as pigmented as what I'm doing. But like this color here, paired up with maybe this or that, and then these shimmers with your eyes would make your blue eyes pop, okay? But I think if you wanna stay neutral, this is the cool tone neutral is your jam, okay? Because again, with your blue eyes I love cool tone neutrals. I don't have blue eyes. I have green eyes, but they have a little bit of brown to them as well, and they change colors. So sometimes they can even almost look blue or gray, but for the most part, they're green. And so but my skin tone, like, my hair is cool tone. Like, I love me cool tone, but I have an olive undertone. So I have not neutral, not yellow, not warm, um, and not a pinky undertone. I have something that a lot of people don't have, and it's an olive. And so it's like a greenish neutral undertone. So greens look really good on my skin tone. But these cool tones, oh, love. I'm not a big orange fan, but I do like the grungier terracotta, um, darker, browner oranges. But like if it's, I always say prison orange is not my color. that's, that's, if you've been around for a while, I say prison orange is not my color because it's not. Deb, your eyes must be, they are a chameleon. They definitely are a chameleon. They are part chameleon. I agree. Yes, the deeper, richer oranges, not prison orange. No. Um, I have all my brushes over here. Okay, I'm going to go into that darker brown. And I'm not done, y'all that don't know how I do my makeup. I'm not done here, okay? I get it all on my eyes. I get it mapped out where I want it, and then I go in and I buff the edges, okay? So I'm going in to this dark brown because remember we had these lighter colors that I'm going to incorporate somehow, okay? We might be using them to buff out the edges. But we're going to go in. No, we're going to put them on the lid. Okay, so I'm going to skip ads, guys. Okay, so I'm going to take, so like I said, you always want to work your eyeshadow upwards to give you that illusion that everything's going up and not down. Okay. So we're going to still, and I can clean up the edges too. Once I get this on, I can still take either a Q-tip or I can take a wet wipe, all depending on if I want to redo my foundation or not. I did put foundation on ahead of time, so we didn't have an 8-hour live stream. You know, you're welcome. So, okay. So I'm going to take that on in. I'm going to deepen up that outer edge. That's why I'm like, I love that dark brown that they added in there. Thank you. Thank you. Yours turn gray when you're sick. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they do. They kind of shift. Okay, I'm going to take this on in. I'm going to actually take this on in further than I normally do. And reason why, and I'm going to kind of like angle it because we're going to then put those lighter colors in there, okay? And I'm going to try not to take that brown up too far because I'm going to take that orange and I'm going to combine the two over to the side, okay? So taking that in because I'm remembering I have no shimmer. Okay, guys. I'm very y'all, if you know me, like I don't do all matte eye looks. It just doesn't happen. Like if I have to, I will, but that's not my thing. I'm all about the shimmer, the multi-chromes, the bright colors. I'm all about it. I do like some I do the funny thing is I need to remind people that I do like some neutral looks too. Like it's not just all bright. Because one time Janet's like, "Do I even know you? Do you really do you like neutral looks?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I mean, I do. It's just not like I don't do neutral all the time, you know? It's just that there are some times where I do want a neutral look." And so I'm trying to look at my mirror over here, you guys, and get this all even. So I'm going to be looking back and forth and then touching my face to figure out which side is which. So you know what I'm doing. I can hear the air conditioner on though, guys. So things are looking up. So we will be all over Instagram the next few days posting these. And then after that, I have like some product shots that I'll put up like the fourth day. And I'll probably post this look as well. And I have the close-up eye looks, the eye shots that I do. That will go up on that fourth day probably as well. I can't post more than one thing a day on Instagram or it just totally kills it. Like the other thing will not even get any views. So I have to stagger how I'm going to just kind of take this across almost like the lid like that, kind of make it more of a smoky. I'm just winging it, guys. Like that's what happens whenever you get these bingos. Makes you think outside of the box and create something you normally would not gravitate towards. That's what makes it fun. Since the other ones were, see, this eye protrudes further than this one. So I have to work really hard to get them to look alike. I have to really conceal one or make an illusion on one to make them as similar as possible. So it takes me a minute. It takes me a whole hot minute. Okay, so this one's darker. And okay. I could take this other one up darker. No. Okay. And see, when I do my live streams, if you're newer here, it's just like friends that all get together. Y'all are my friends. And we just hang out. Like if you were sitting in my house and we were just drinking coffee or tea or whatever, and we were just sitting around chatting and doing makeup. Some people like to do their makeup at the same time as me while we're doing makeup together and we're chatting. And it's just different than other live streams that I've been a part of. Tishy, you made it. Yay. She is back from the gym. I think she went to the gym. She was supposed to go to the gym. And she was going to make it if she could. Tish just hit 500. So if you guys want to congratulate her, I'm so proud of her. And if you're not following her, go check her out. Okay, we're doing a bingo, Tish, and I drew all mattes, and they're all different. And I drew the lightest shades. Did not go to the gym. You chose sleep. Girl, I could not sleep. Tish went live last night for her 4 years on YouTube, correct? I think I'm right on that. 4 years on YouTube and 4 years on YouTube and 500 giveaway. So I was there with her last night. And then afterwards, I was like, I got to go to sleep. But you want to hear something funny? You would think that I like worked for Nomad, like as far as like helped with the releases and stuff, because every single time, I'm not joking, Nomad has a new launch and a release and I go live or do a video or whatever, I can't sleep. It's like the night before Christmas. I'm so excited for their launches that I can't sleep. Isn't that weird? I think it's strange. Okay, I'm going to take this one that I drew and I'm going to buff out the orangish area up here. I'm going to kind of lighten it, mainly kind of take it over top of the orange and kind of sit there and buff the edges here with that. I almost buffed it away, but that's okay. I don't normally like to buff that much, but I'm going to add more back, okay? More orange, more terracotta. Okay, but this is going to help me map where I want that color to go again. Because this eye is really droopy today, so I'm trying to, I need to darken this side. I'm walking myself through this at the same time as walking you guys through it. I'm going to start steaming outfits and stuffing. Yes, okay, babe. Having graduation today and tomorrow. Ooh, okay, girl. You do your thing. I always tell people I'm here if you can be here and if you want to be here. But family comes first and things you got to do comes first. And sometimes I'm still here when you get back from doing it, okay? So never apologize. I'm just grateful for the time that you take out of your day to spend with me to begin with. So never, ever feel bad that you have to go or whatever. Never, like ever, ever. I'm just thankful whenever you are able to be here and say hello, even if it is just a drop in and say hello. Like, I love it. No guilt trips over here. YouTube unsubscribe me for, oh no. Oh, you know what? I had to go back and check a whole bunch of channels. It was in their last update. So if you don't get notifications from somebody, check You have to check. Hold on, I'm just going to see here real quick. It's this eye. It still needs to be darkened. Yes, keep an eye out for that. Oh, I darkened the wrong eye again, you guys. I do that. Okay, that is super dark. Leave that one alone. This one is more blown out. This one. Okay, well, maybe we just need to blow this one out. And it's getting smokier and smokier. Okay. And the lighting may be a little bit different as well. It is. Okay, it's the lighting, you guys. So this eye has, it's playing with the light. Hold on a minute. I don't need it directly on me. Okay, I need to do that. And I've darkened it up considerably, but it's okay. I'm going to blend. And lighten with that shade. So I'm going back in with this. I know. It's just, it's a mess. YouTube has issues doing that. And because like and the reason why I know that they did it during an update is because my own channel, and I don't know who they unsubscribed, but my own channel, when they do their updates, I will lose like 10 or 11 or 12 people all at once. And I'm like, well, that sucks. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. And so that's how I know that, you know, it's happening to other people. And that's when I usually will go and check who I watch all the time, because I'm like, okay, well, who did they unsubscribe me from? Okay. Need a little bit more orange over this one. Above. And man, that eye is really droopy today. And sometimes you can't get away from that. Like my eyes, like sometimes I'm going to have to just do the best that I can do with my droopy eyes. Try to get it as close as I can. And this one is, let me move that. See, it's not as uneven. It's that light that's really blowing out that darkness on this side, because I'm not in my studio. Okay. Okay. So light's uneven and everything. Okay. Oh, hello. Where'd that go? Oh, I'm seeing things. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I wasn't seeing things. I knew I saw it. Okay. I was like, oh, I don't know how I did that, but I did. Okay. All right. I may not watch the 500 channels. Oh, yeah. You're subscribed for some reason. Well, you know, hey, Sue, whoever those 500 channels are, I'm sure they appreciate that you don't unsubscribe just because you don't watch them. Because the subscriptions, you know, like if everybody did that, I know I don't get all the views. However, you know, like I don't even know where my subscribers are at. I don't even know how many subscribers I have, but I don't get that many views every video. So I know I don't get watched by everybody that's subscribed to me. So, and people have things they do, like they can't watch YouTube all the time or even half the time. So I understand that. But just to say stay subscribed, even if you don't watch, is still support. You know what I mean? Like, you're still supporting that person by just being that one, and it doesn't cost you anything. Like, it doesn't cost you anything to be subscribed to somebody, so even if you don't watch them, makes sense to just stay subscribed to them, you know? People on this end, they work hard. They do. Mainly if you're creating videos and editing, and it's a very it's a it's a job that you don't get much from. You know what I mean? Like, as far as, like, you don't get paid that, kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Um, it's free labor for your entertainment. Okay, that's the other light shade. So I'm gonna take it on a little bit flatter brush, and we're gonna pop that right there, like that. And I'm gonna combine it, y'all. Don't don't go, what? What are you doing? I'm gonna combine it. Maybe add some more darkness back in there. But that's the great thing. Like, I can't express it enough, layering. Just, it's every everybody talks about blending, right? And you all know, did you see that? Y'all know that I don't like to overblend. I'm like, why do you put all that eyeshadow on your eyes just to blend it to an oblivion? It doesn't even look like the color it's supposed to look like when you're blending the crud out of your, and that's the way every influencer that I see out there, that's how they tell you to do your eye looks. Even makeup artists, and I know I never went to school to become a makeup artist. I know. I can only tell you my opinion and how I do it. Hold on, let's see. And it's about layering. I think it's about layering more than it is about blending. And it's blending, but it's blending those two colors together. And yes, you don't want harsh lines and stuff like that, but you also just want to buff out the edges, because why put that color on your eyes if you're just going to blend it to an oblivion and blend it completely off your eye? Like, why? Why even bother? And honestly, I've watched people, the bigger people that everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta go see da 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 da," or sometimes they're like a bigger influencer or whatever. And I'm not trying to throw hate, but like, I'm just explaining my experience. And they'll be like, "Oh, so and so had such a hard time. They don't like that palette. They don't like it. They think that the pigmentation's awful." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "I use that palette. Did you see my look? It was bright. It was beautiful. Like, what?" And I'll go see what they're talking about. And it's because they spent a half an hour completely blowing out the shade. Of course, it's not pigmented. You just knocked it off of your eye. Hi, Jen. Thank you for coming. I'm like, where did it go? LOL. You just blended it into your eye. Yes. Yes. You're just knocking the shadow right back off of your eye, Sylvia. Exactly. Like, it's a happy medium there. You want it to look nice and well put together, but leave the color there, for goodness sakes, right? Okay, let me put a little bit of dark. I know that I need to move this light so I can really see what that looks like. Oh, I'm doing the wrong eye again, right? Yeah, it's this one. I'm going to put a little bit more dark. I had to move that light. I know this is hard, probably harder for you guys to see, but okay, so we're talking this eye, right? Yeah. And then what's this other eye? This was a bingo, Jen. If you're just coming in here, this was a bingo, random selected, all matte look from the 3 Nomad palettes. So I know the people that know me that are popping in here is like, what is she doing? Where's the shimmer? Is she going to put glitter on now? That's what they're all thinking. Okay. Maybe not, but it's a random bingo and I got all mattes. Okay, girl. All right. And now we're going to go on. So I just did the 4 shades. Okay. I just did the 2 out of here and the 2 out of here. Now we're going into some fun. Okay. 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 Onions and layers according to yes, right? Oh shoot. I ended up having the same problems with the Poison Ivy palette you did, LOL. Thank you. Oh, Tisha, you don't know how much that means to me, the validation, because I got balled out. I don't know if that's the right word or I wouldn't say attacked. I think that's too harsh of a word, but I got sternly rebuked for not having that palette work. And the problem is that if anybody watches that video that I did with that palette, knows, even though it was an edited video, I still told everything that was happening and I showed it. And I tried so many eye bases. I tried it with eye base, without eye base. My eyes were a hurting mess when I got done with that palette because I really tried to make it work. I really did. And in my DMs was somebody pretty much telling me that I was lying and that I was just trying to ruin her or whatever. And I'm like, no, seriously, like, did you watch the video? Because I tried everything in my power to make that palette work. And there was nothing I could do. It was awful on my eyes. One of the worst palettes I have ever used in a long, long time. Hi, Melissa. Hey, we're doing bed rest shenanigans. I got some PR in from Nomad, so we're using those palettes. Bingo is forcing you. Yes, bingo is forcing me out of my comfort zone. An all matte look. I don't do all matte looks. It was randomly picked out of 3 separate palettes, the colors, and the colors were really crazy off. Thank you, Tiffany, but we're about to add some blue-green here, so buckle up, people. Picker picked Heartbreak 2 this morning. Ooh, so shimmery every time. Yes, Heartbreaker 2 is beautifulness. And I'm getting PR of the new one, you guys, from the Electrum Cosmetics. I can't wait. I think it should be at the end of this month. So another bed rest shenanigans. I finally am free of some of my responsibilities. Yay! I want to come see. Oh, yes. Come see me this week. Do it. Not all formulas work on all skin types. Exactly. But Sue, I don't even think it was a formula thing because you know how I have problems with ColourPop and most people don't. I don't even think it was that. I really don't. And maybe she was just too connected. Yes, Janet. Maybe she was just too connected to this palette to see that I really tried. Like I went above and beyond what I would even do for a PR palette. Okay? Because I wanted to see what everybody else was seeing about this palette because there were so many bigger influencers that were just ranting and raving about this palette. And I was just like, okay, let me give it a go. And that was the first time I can just about make any palette work eventually if I try all different kinds of things. I can be like, "Oh, okay, well, this turned out okay," but I'll still let you know that I had to jump through so many hoops to get there. I could not make that palette work. It did not look good. It was patchy. It did not blend. It was awful. There were certain shades in there too. Some of them would work, and then some of them were awful. I'd have to go back and rewatch that video to tell you for sure, but I ended up having the same problems with Poison Ivy. You did, LOL. There was a big spot. Yes, yes, that was it, Tish. Like a literal circle that would not. It was so weird. It just, there was something off in that formula. There was something off, and it didn't matter. I packed. I did all kinds of stuff. I would even put some glitter glue down, and I'd pack it over top of that. Nothing. Then I'd go in and try to put shimmer over it to just try to salvage the look. And it was just, it was awful. And I would take the whole thing off and restart again, wait for it to dry, and then restart again. My eyes went through some stuff. And then in my DMs, I got balled out for sure. Oh, I got perfume that reminds me of, oh, that's awesome. Our beach trip. Oh, that was so much fun. I want to go there again. I hope you're doing okay. Yes, I am doing all right. Healing. ColourPop eyeshadow has no stain, but yes, it has no, ColourPop works for other people. It does not work on me, not my skin. Okay, so these were the 2 shades that I drew in the bingo, and we're going to put those underneath. So I'm going to put the darker on the underside and then the lighter towards the inner. And so when I do this, I'll show you guys my little tip. I know the ones that have been here all the time, but you know, we have new people all the time, so I have to make sure everybody knows like how I do things. Okay, how I do it. All right. Okay, so when I do underneath, I get a brush that looks like this here. And I'm gonna go in with the darker of the 2 shades, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brush, and and that means press and jiggle, and that loads your brush full of pigment. Press and jiggle. Like that. And I load it up because I'm going to take setting spray. You can use water, but setting spray typically, and I usually use the setting spray that I don't like, and to wet my brushes. And this is like a Tarte C of the something. And I'm going to spray like back here, but spray the end of my brush a few times to get it wet. And then it's going to give me full pigmentation of the color up underneath because I want it dark. So it's, oh, that doesn't even show up. That's a dark green. That's going to be nice. Okay, this is going to, it's green, but it's a dark green. And why I do that and why I like setting spray over water, water will do okay, but setting spray sets, right? It's setting spray. Well, mainly throughout the day and things like that, whenever you're moving your face and you're mature and you're smiling and you got all these expressions on your face, by spraying it with setting spray, it keeps it in place. It's not going to transfer down onto your cheeks and fall out everywhere underneath your eye and give you looking like you have dark circles under your eye throughout the day. And yeah, oh, I needed to spray that. So always spray what you're putting, whether it's a shimmer or a matte, because I know a lot of people know about spraying shimmers and putting it underneath their eyes or in the middle or whatever. But always do it with your mattes. Just not the one that feels like mace. Yes. There's this one in a silver thing, and it literally must be pure alcohol because you spray it on there and you put it like up underneath your eye and you're like, ah, it's like the fumes from it burn your eye like mace. It's awful, Tish. Tish is so right. Okay. And so I just kind of stamp, and I'm going to debunk something that has been spread out there on the interwebs. I heard this one chick say, Don't put eyeshadow underneath your eyes. It makes you look older. No, ma'am. And when young people say this stuff, I'm like, don't. Okay, don't. Okay, don't give me advice, okay? Mm-mm. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Um, it does not, okay? I mean, it could. Everybody's face shape is different. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like, don't take this as a whole. But what I'm saying is don't listen to that either. Because in with myself particularly, whenever I put eyeshadow on underneath my eyes, okay, I have wrinkles. I have grooves and like little crevices and stuff down there, okay? It helps hide that. It disguises that. It gets your if I leave that blank under there, you see as through the day as I'm go doing making my eye expressions and stuff like that, you know, because I go through my day like that. And then you start to see as the day goes on, you know, that skin loosens up. I have very thin skin underneath my eyes, so it can show a lot. And so that kind of detracts from the under eye as well. So don't always take, you know, like just because they may have a million followers doesn't mean that they're really giving you the right advice. Okay, just sometimes. Maybe some of the good advice, but some people take it as Bible, you know, like this is the way it has to be done. And that's not true. Just like they're saying that highlighter is dead. And I'm just like, but is it? Geo, maybe. Is it? I'm going to wipe off this brush and use it again because I like this brush for underneath the eye. If I want a really blown out, like smoky look, I may take a little bit of pigment that's not wet on a little bit fluffier brush, but not too fluffy because I don't want to fling pigment everywhere. And I would maybe buff that out a little bit to make it more smoky. But I don't do that too often because I just don't like loose shadow underneath my eyes because I don't want it to give me raccoon eyes or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm doing the same thing and I'm picking up the pigment of the other color. I'm going to do the same thing and I'm going to put it on. You always want to have the darker on the outer edge and move lighter towards the inner edge, inner corner. Tell that to my drawer full of highlighter. I know, right? No, you're not telling me that ever. Since I haven't done makeup in a while, I did a look last night since oh, I know I saw it, Justice. It was so pretty. Busy working out and family stuff. That's so cool, Justice. I typically don't believe most influencers when they talk about what doesn't look good on people and that are not older than me. I know, right? You don't even know. You don't even know, young lady. I know. I'm like, don't even talk to me yet, okay? That's just like people talking to you about how to raise teenagers and they don't even have children or they don't even like they're not even there yet or something. Is like, "Really? Mhm. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh." I'm just kidding. You just wait and see, okay? Just go get your little toddlers in line because wait, you just wait. I'm just kidding. Not all teenagers that way, but most. Okay, I'm gonna kinda I'm not trying to get it too terribly dark unless I'm trying to do it a little bit more blown out blue instead of yeah, that's good. Um, did you move rooms? No, I am still on bed rest. I don't know if you knew I was in a really bad car accident, Justice. I think you saw my Instagram post. I don't know how often you're on Instagram, but I'm still on bed rest. I'm on bed rest for 2.5 months. I can't put any pressure on my leg. I can't walk. I can't put any pressure because they put my tibia back together with plates and screws. And so no pressure on that leg. So I can't even really get out of bed other than to get in the wheelchair and go to the bathroom. So my husband went downstairs and got a table, a folding table, and stuff out of my beauty room and brought it up. I'm trying to get these even, and brought it up and put it on a table for me at the end of my bed. And so I'm in bed, my legs propped up on pillow, not propped up, but like angled on pillows, and I'm sitting here on a tray table, or like a bed tray table thingy. And I have my computer set up. I have a ring light off to the side. That's why we're getting uneven on the color, but it's even. It's just the ring light messes with the coloring. And you're seeing, I don't have that nice or fancy bedroom or anything, but that's just my window and like stuff. Okay. I used to collect Fenton glass. Don't really do it anymore, but I'm keeping it for my kids. For one day they'll inherit all the Fenton. That's really expensive glassware stuff. And then my granddaughter read that. I was watching my granddaughter. She did not understand that. But I bought that a long time ago because I thought it was hilarious. And that sign, and she read it and she did not understand it. And I had to explain to her what it really means. It says, I laughed so hard, some tears ran down my leg. And then I have a thorn of crowns down there, and it actually is a thorn of crowns. It's really kind of neat. And then that's a wooden woman at the well. It's carved out of wood. That's two-tone wood. It's the woman at the well from the account in the Bible of the woman at the well. And then there's a nativity scene. It's a nativity, like carving, wood carving, but it's a music box. You can wind it up. I got that piano. It's also a music box at an estate sale. I know people get weirded out from that, but you open it up and it has Bible scriptures in it, like little card, like memory scripture cards on it. It's really cool. And like some things that I've gotten for like Mother's Days when the kids were growing up, like that's from a Mother's Day. That plate's from Mother's Day. There's like some little glass things that I've gotten for like little Mother's Day stuff and all that jazz. So a little tour of the bedroom. See any updates beside the picture? Yes, 2.5 months on bed rest. So fun. What makeup would you suggest for a 52-year-old man who wants to look 25? A little concealer around the eyes doesn't hurt. Like anything like they would use on a newscaster, David. Oh, some contour. You can like make your face look more slender with some contour. You could do that. No. You look fine just the way you are. Ruggedness, grow a beard. That is men's contour, is a beard. Like grow it and then trim it. Men's contour. You can cover up double chins with your beard. Contour. Next time we come visit, you should do. Oh, no. No, I've asked. I won't. I've had people ask, but no. Nope, not doing it. Yeah. Okay. All right. But I'll let him do my makeup. He could do my makeup. Hi, Luna. Oh, Luna. Little puppies. Okay. I'm gonna check to see what kind of eyeliner. I'm tempted to do teal, but I kind of want a contrast. We should do a video like my brother picks my makeup. He could do my makeup. I could have him pick out all the things, and then I could make him put them on where he thinks they go, kind of thing. They've done videos like that before. Or he'd make me put them on. Or if he doesn't want to do it, he could tell me where I should put the makeup on at. Like he has to direct me without cheating and finding out ahead of time. That way everybody can see. And then you and me could do a live stream talking about true crime. That would be fun. We could like chatter about the latest cases. You know? Don't you think? That would be fun. Okay, I'm gonna use, I'm not finding the Urban Decay liner that I want. So gosh darn. I hate when I'm not set up in my regular spot. Maybe it's gone. It's possible. Or maybe it's, nope, there it is. Okay. Wouldn't that be fun? Dawn, you gotta come visit. Let me be walking again. I kind of got slapped in the face when I heard that even though my PT is going to start in the middle of June and I have to learn how to walk all over again, I got kind of slapped in the face to know that sometimes with the particular break and injury and surgery and all that stuff that I had done, it can take up to a year to be really walking normally. So I was not happy about that. So we're going to pray that that's not going to be the case. Because, as a reminder, I was disabled, before the wreck. So I'm already behind the 8 ball. And driving is like one of the last things they release you for is driving. Because I'm like, how am I supposed to get to PT? Have my husband take off work every day for aggressive PT? Like, how does that even happen? Doctors don't think that through. I might have to look into medical transport. Maybe get that going. Yes. Teal it is. For 4 months, when you start, it took you 4 months to start walking, Barbara Jean. Here I am thinking, oh yeah, middle of June, I'll be up running again. Nope. It's not happening. And how am I going to get to these appointments? Like, it's just, how long did it take you to drive, Barbara Jean? How long did it take before they let you drive? Because they say that you're driving a weapon. And so the doctors, it's like, yes, had tib-fib fractures. Yes. Yeah. I remember. Because they say that since you're driving a weapon, it's the last thing that they like. They have to see you really moving very well before they say you can start driving again. Because, like, if you can't, because it's my driving leg. It's the one that I use for the gas pedal. So I have to be able to stop really quickly if there's a, an accident or, you know what I mean? People are stomping on their brakes and stuff. So it's just months. It was the left side. Yeah, mine's the right. Your months, and it wasn't even your pedal side. It's my pedal side. So my driving foot. So I doubt they're going to release me for a while. Yep, Tanner walked away with not one thing wrong with him. I was so happy about that. I was so worried. But yeah, it crushed in my side, the driver's side, and then like his side was just fine. He could even open his door, but I was trapped. But yeah, he could just open his door and get out, which was good because the whole cab of the car, I say cab, but that's usually with the truck, but like the interior of the car was filling up with smoke from the engine, and people were worried that it was going to catch fire because the smoke was just pillowing in, and they were trying to bang on the windows to get us out. And Tanner was, like, staying in there with me, but they were able to get his door open and get him out, but they could not get my door open. They had to pry that one open. Yes, he was in the car. Yep. And he just walked away. He was asleep, so he was reclined a little bit. He had a sweatshirt over his face. We had just ate breakfast. He had the day off at school, and we were just kind of spending the day together, and we had just went out to breakfast together, and so he was nice and full, and I didn't eat very much. I took my leftovers up to Marty at work, and I'm like, "Here, I just didn't eat my breakfast, so here's my leftovers." And then, we left, and I was gonna go to, hold on. I was gonna go to, um, Crumble Cookie and get him a key lime pie because he's never tried key lime pie before, and he's been wanting to try key lime pie. Well, they have key lime pie around here, but I hear it's not, like, as good as where you can get it other places. Like, they don't know how to make it well here or something. I've heard that multiple times from people, so I was like, "Let's go try the key lime pie." I mean, I didn't wanna try it because 'cause I'm not real I don't know, I'm just not a cookie I am, but not like crumble cookie. I don't like crumble cookies very much. So, I think they're too sugary, and I don't like a lot of sweets. But anyways, besides the point, he loves crumble cookie. And I was like, "Let's go get you the key lime pie," because it's like a pie on top of a cookie. So it was like the actual pie feeling. And not to eat then because we just ate breakfast, but we were gonna take it home. And I had to stop by the store to because I needed to pick up a package of socks. That's all we were doing that day. And so we had just left Marty, and we were on our way to Crumble Cookie, and we were turning down the street to go down that area to that area, and that's where I got hit, was in that intersection. Um, and it was just messed up. The whole deal was messed up, and I don't wanna get into all that because it's kinda traumatizing, but that's all you need to know. But it was a mess. That's all. The whole the hospital situation was a mess. Um, Probably could sue the hospital if I wanted to because of what happened to me while I was there. Once I got up to the orthopedic floor where they did the surgery and everything went really well. But leading up to that, the first 3 days that I was there, before getting surgery, I think I got surgery on the 4th day, um, and I was there for almost 8 days or 7.5 days or something like that. Um, but I was mistreated, and it was bad and traumatic, and yeah, I haven't done anything about it yet. I don't think I'll go after the hospital. I mean, I know I have grounds to, but, um, sometimes you're just out of there and you're just happy to be out of there and out of the situation, but that was a bad feeling of not having help and just being at the mercy of people that were being not nice, and just it was awful. And I wouldn't have normally went to that hospital, but they have the number 1 orthopedic team surgeons there, and the ambulance person told me I needed to go there because she was just like, because I wanted to go to this other hospital, and she's like, "With your injuries, you need to go there." And I was a lot worse than what even I knew I was because they had IVs in both arms because they were expecting me to crash. And because I was like, "Why do I have to have 2 IVs?" Like, they were hurting my arms, and I was just like, "Do I have to have 2 IVs?" I didn't say, "Oh, I have to do," but I said, "Why do I have 2 IVs? Do I have to have 2 IVs?" Just asking, asking for a friend. And they were like, "Yeah." And then they explained to me why. Because when somebody crashes, they give medicines at the same time through both arms, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll let you leave them in, and I won't complain about it, okay? Alright." So let me see what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna pop on some lashes and finish out my face, which is gonna be super quick. So we're almost at the end here, you guys. I'm gonna use my lash collection from Lund Beauty Lashes. Lund Beauty is from Tish, Trouble with Tish, that is in the chat. She owns a lash company, and that's where I get all my lashes. And well, I get lashes from other places, but majority of what I wear comes from Lund Beauty. Very affordable. She has not a website, but she sells off of Instagram. And yes, Tishy, I love her. So check her out if you need lashes. Okay. No, it's okay. You don't have to say sorry, girl. Do your thing. I think I'm gonna wear Charlie today. And I probably need to replace some of these because I wear them all the time. Yeah, we're doing Charlie. So this is style Charlie. And let me grab some lash glue and pop these bad boys on. Anywho, I'm just thankful that I'm still alive. And I know it's going to be a pain in the butt learning how to walk again, learning how to function again, being able to drive again. It's going to be a long process. The only thing I'm worried about is Marty having to take off so much work to get me to these appointments if I can't drive myself. Plus, Tanner is going to be starting this work program this summer, and he's got to be driven to that. He's going to summer school to not because he flunked a class. He's going to go get one credit out of the way so that he can be done with school mid-semester this next year. So he's going to be doing that and working, and then Marty's going to be working full-time and with overtime and everything else. And here I am just hanging out in bed, and then I can't help with anything. And then to top it all off, I'm going to need him to get off work and run me to aggressive PT is what the surgeon called it. Aggressive means a lot. You know what I mean? Like there's no way of getting around that. But I did talk to my physical therapist that does my yeah, but girl, you're busy. You're busy. What are you gonna do with your family schedule? Like, that's why I don't ask that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not gonna ask somebody to and you live in Derby. Like, I love you, and I know you're so incredibly kind, but I would never, never want you to do something like that, you know? Like, and that would be taking up your whole summer. No. I love you, but, like, I would feel awful because it's what I do. I do guilt. I would just sit there and go, "I'm ruining her whole summer." Mm, there is more time. Yeah, in the summer, but you know what I mean? We'll talk, but girl, we will be going to your side of town for the zoo. How funny. Okay, well, we'll talk. Maybe. But you'd have to drive my wheelchair van. Like, I'm still in a wheelchair. You would have to drive my wheelchair van. And then my wheelchair locks into this thing, and it's not working correctly, so Marty has to manually unlock it because usually there's a button I push and I can back out of the locking part. And he has to go down there and he has to unhook it. It would just be whoa, that's Melissa, you're just too sweet, you know? It really doesn't sound fun, but you're sweet. I love you, girl. Okay, we'll talk, but I already got this. immense amount of guilt going, no, it's going to ruin her whole summer. I would never do that. No, I can do that. Okay. Well, we'll talk. We'll talk. Let's do this. Oh my goodness, girl. So you guys know, she lives like 45 minutes from where I live. Just so you know. I'm like her. LOL, I'd live there with you. I know you would, Penny. I know you would. I know. And I would do it for any of y'all too. I would. In a heartbeat. And it's easier for me to go, oh yeah, that I could do it, no problem. But then I just the guilt that I feel just others having to do something for me is just, I'm sure it's like, I don't know, David, is it the way we grew up? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm reflecting that on to something it's not. Bye, Dawn. Thank you for hanging out. Man, you hung in there for 2 hours. Thank you so much. Like, that's amazing. Thank you for spending time with me today. I think, for hanging out. I appreciate it, girl. And your mom and my brother and Jesse. I don't know if Gemma was there or not, but I love y'all. Thank you. And I miss you guys. I hope you do come visit soon. I know, Melissa, you do. You have such a huge heart. And I know you do, girl. I know you do. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for coming. It was fun. Maybe eventually I'll learn. Oh, you will, girl. And we can hang out, and it's just a matter of doing it, and we all start somewhere, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, and you just keep trying. And that's the great thing about makeup. It's not permanent. It's not like you're doing a tattoo or something, just do it. And if it doesn't look right, pull it off your face, wipe it off, just do it. You can do it. I know you can, girl. You're creative. Like, she she crochets. Or maybe she does knit too. Do you do both? I think you do both. But she's creative. She knows color because she puts colors together when she does that kind of stuff. So she's creative. I know without a shot of a doubt, if you just played around, you absolutely could do it, Dawn. Will your insurance cover a medical transport? I know, that's what I was gonna maybe even look into also. I used to drive for a dialysis patient. Yeah, I know. I thought about that, and maybe mixed in with maybe Melissa. I don't know. Maybe we could do it without Marty having to take off, because I'm just worried about his job. When you've been laid off 4 times in 8 years, and an employer can get upset, and you're like the first person out the door if they start cutting. And so it just, him having to take off all that time just scares me to death. Bye, Dawn, Mom, and David. That's from Penny. I love hearing your beautiful voice and seeing your beautiful. Oh, thank you, Barbara Jean. I love you. Are you having to jump off here too? Yes, Deb is a. Aw, you're sweet, Melissa. To protect his job. Yeah. That's the gut feeling that I have every single time that I think about PT. But yet, oh, this is what I was saying though. My PT gal said that, it's possible I could do some of this aggressive PT once she gets me started. Hold on, I'm trying to see here. Yeah, that's wonky. At home on my own as well. What's Barbara Jean saying? No way. Oh, you're back from the grocery store. Oh, how funny. I told you, you can go about your day and come back, and I'm still here. Okay, feeling sad that been able to oh, that's okay. Girl, I'm feeling a little bit better now, but it's been rough. Like, I've been having lots of migraines, and just to be honest, it's from the brain injury, And, um, sorry, this is a wonky lash. And it's not the lashes, it's the way I applied it, and I don't wanna pull it off and redo it, so I'm trying to force it to do its thing. There we go. There. Okay, and then this eye. Um, I've been getting migraines, and so, to be honest, I have practiced doing this with members on my memberships. I've done lives on my memberships because it's a smaller crew, and if I got halfway through a look, I could just go, "Okay, guys, I'm not feeling well. I gotta go." And I wouldn't do that on, like, showing PR and doing stuff like this, on the public platform. So I wanted to practice with my members, and every single time I got off of a live stream with them, because I've done it 2 or 3 times, I can't remember. It was shorter than it is now. Well, no, about the same time, or around an hour to 2 hours. I had migraines. So overstimulation of any kind, whether it be voices, I still can't watch too much TV. I can turn it on. I used to not be able to turn it on, so I've gotten a little better. I can turn it on. I can maybe watch a little bit, but I have to look away, and it can't be real busy. Um, Time on the phone, um, too many voices, like too much. Um, all the overstimulation that you can imagine, whether it be visual or hearing, hearing or visual, or movement, too much movement. So anything that's like with your senses sets off a migraine. And it's not a normal migraine. It's a migraine that is very much like motion sickness. So if you get really bad motion sickness, like if you're out on a boat or something like that and it's choppy water, that's what it feels like. You you have all the symptoms of motion sickness plus a migraine that does not go away. All I can do, and they won't let me take any medicine for it or anything. I have to just kind of sleep it off. Because if you take medicine for this, since it's the brain injury and not an actual migraine, it will cause rebound headaches. So I've had like my kids come visit and stuff like that, and I get migraines. So I'm not over that, but I'm getting better. So now would be a better time to push to try to do that. So don't feel guilty about not coming this whole time because I wasn't doing well enough. And I think it's starting to heal and stuff like that. So I think it would be a little easier to have a visit now. And it depends on the day. And so as long as you're okay with me going, today is just not, I've got to, what they told me to do, because my PT person also specializes in concussions and brain injuries. So she said, what I need to do is just listen. The only problem is when you have a normal migraine, you'll start to feel it coming on. These don't usually give you that warning or the feeling of it coming on where you know you're about to go into a migraine. It doesn't do that. All of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, I'm sick and I can't move and my head hurts and I feel sick to my stomach and it has that feeling of when you get overly motion sickness. It stinks. Um, and I told my PT, I said, I hope this goes away because if not, this will be so life altering. Like we got to pray that this goes away because it will affect everything I do. And the only reason I say that is yes, brain injuries, they heal. Okay, they do. But this is like my 5th major concussion. So we're talking, I'm right up there with all the sports people that they, say you can't, or boxers and stuff like that. That's the kind of brain trauma that's happened. And that's why I was in the wheelchair because they're like, you cannot have another fall. You cannot hit your head again. Da, 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 da. Well, I did. I got a bad accident. And this one was really bad. Like the brain injury was bad. So it could be permanent. they're setting me up to say it could be. So it could be. Because I mix up words and they're totally different words, and I'm talking and I'm like, "Ouch, I really hurt my pillow," and I was meaning to say foot. Like, it's a totally different word that just comes out, and that's not the word. And it frustrates me because I'm just like, "That is not what I meant." Like, so, like, I've always had some brain issues from the other concussions, like memory, squirrel moments, that kinda stuff, like, that all happened. Like, being just there's things that have changed over time with the other concussions. This is just a whole other level. I was calling Marty Martin. I don't even know a Martin for the longest time. I quit calling him Martin, but it would just come out, I'd be like, "Martin," and I'm like, "Oh, that is not his name." It would I mean, at least that was kinda close, but some of these things that it's like the wires just cross. But I realize it afterwards, but the wires cross in the brain. It's weird. So, but the overstimulation thing scares me because that would be so life altering that I wouldn't be able to do much without being down every single time. Lots of bubble wrap. Yes, we need to just wrap my head in bubble wrap every time, all day. Just like a bubble wrap concu concussion bubble thing around my head, or just like a big like, instead of a helmet, it's just like a blown up bubble all the way around my head. I agree, Barbara Jean, I agree. Praying for your head to improve. Thank you so much, Melissa, I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing, it's hard for me to hear any loud noises. If I hear somebody drop something or a loud bang, or if somebody comes up behind me and says, "Hey, did you," and if they just say, "Hey, did you," and I will come through the roof. Like, I will jump out of my skin. Like, loud bangs are not my friend right now, and it's just been since the wreck. Like, it startles me big time. My dad to when I was sent back when I was a baby for a while. Kept asking my mom, my stepmom. Thrilled about that. Sent back. What? Uh-oh. Cancel. What was that? My dad was sent back to when I was a baby for a while and kept asking for my mom. Oh. Oh, when he had his accident. I know what you're talking about. His mind. Yes. I got it after a while, Penny, thanks. She knew I was struggling there for a minute. Yeah. It's weird, but I don't know a Martin, like, other than Martin Sheen or something like that. I'm doing oops, sorry, guys, Charlotte Tilbury, and because I got this out of the yellow box, and it's amazing. Just doing a little bronzer contour thing right there. Thank you for coming back, Justice. I can never do this side as well as that side. See, I feel like I cut that. This side, I get it wrong every time. I'm not really I don't like to pull it out too much. I don't like to look dirty. And it's my skin tone that can kind of have to get ready for work. Oh, you're going to work today? Thank you, David, for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. You're so sweet and very kind to me. I take back all the things I said that you would do. I am. I am leaning on the Lord, praying. You know, hey, this is the deal. As much as what I just said, I also have my brain telling me the truth. So in my mind, I mean, it's all true, like it's the circumstances and then the truth of the circumstances, is what I'm trying to say. So the circumstances is that this is what's happening with my brain. And yes, it would be very debilitating and life altering if that stays. No doubt about it. But there's a reason. And not everything is always roses. And so for whatever reason, that is why I'm in this for right now. And it is making me grow. And see, there's the good things that I need to talk about too. So thank you for saying that, because I'm 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 spending time in prayer while I am down right now, and I have a prayer journal. So any of y'all that have prayer requests, if you text it to me, DM it to me on, like, don't tell it to me because I'm not going to retain it long enough to get it into my prayer journal. But it's some kind of text or whatever, DM, whatever, send it to me, because I am recording it all and I go through it every night, and I do it throughout the day as well. And so I'm spending more time. Be careful, David. Only listen. Don't look at the screen if you are driving. I'm just very cautious about anything to do with distractions and driving now, because I think the guy that hit me was completely distracted and didn't know that a truck was in front of him, and that's why he swerved. And so, anyways, so I'm gonna put on some lipstick while we're talking. So I don't know if I want to do super orange or muted orange. You know what? I have 3 actually. Here, I'm going to swatch them, and I'm going to have you guys, well, maybe I'll just have Penny tell me, because she always gets voted out. Maybe I'll have Penny. Penny needs a win. She always picks opposite of what everybody else picks, and so she always loses out on her choice. So I'm going to let Penny pick. I'm going to swatch them though for you, because sometimes in the bottle it doesn't look the same. So I want you to see the actual color. So this one would be 1, 2, or 3. 1. Okay. 1 it is. I'm glad that you picked 1, actually. You know why? Because it's my new Mandy makeup, and I love this formula. And I have it in this shimmery purple, and it's a liquid lipstick, shimmery purple. No, that was wrong. That was the gloss. This is the shimmery purple. That's a liquid lipstick. Yay! She would have picked the same as you, Penny. And then what else? Oh, wait. And then blue. I got it in blue, you guys. It looks so good. Okay. It looks like the Hood. I know. It's nice packaging. And I like the formula. And they're on sale. And I have a 10% code. Okay. She has other ones that I might have to go check out. And she has some glosses that feel good. I'm really excited about it. Yes. They wear well. Oh, shoot. I get it off my hand so I don't wipe it on my clothes here. But what I was saying is about the prayer. I could learn the prayer journal thing I picked up from that prayer women's the Bible the day of the day that we have on that Saturday where it's all day, we do prayer retreat. And I took some tips from some of our older prayer warriors in our church, and I was like, I can do that. Like, that's what I want to do. And so I went and ordered the journals as soon as I knew it was something that I know would work for me. And it was where Mary was talking about she has a smaller one in her purse. So if somebody says, "Hey, would you, be in prayer about this with me?" and da da da, then you can write it down immediately because we always forget. Like we a lot of times, like, I'll still pray for that person, but it'll be more vague because I don't remember the details. I don't remember the names. I don't remember that kind of stuff when I go to prayer. Well, if you have your little one in your purse, you break it out, you write it down, or just write little notes so that you remember the names or the circumstances or whatever. And then you have a bigger one that you transfer like an overall, like a monthly one. So you have a daily one that you read over that's in your purse and it's small and it has all the details and you can pray and you can just go down it. And you know what? We don't have to be, I think people miss, um, I don't know, their thinking is off on what prayer should look like. And I don't think that there's a should look like. Yes, we should be in reverence, but you can go about your day praying as you're walking through somewhere with your eyes open, praying. You can be praying without ceasing. And so prayer can look at me reading through it and thinking and praying and being intentional and asking the Lord for help in these areas as you're going down and reading through that. I don't have to be on my hands and knees. I don't have to be, with my eyes shut, my head bowed, and all those things. Like, no, I can be reading through that and praying. And as I'm reading through it, I'm praying at the same time. Then the monthly one is like, all together, like just all my thoughts of all the prayers together, praying and writing down like an overall general monthly tally of different things and praises. Like I'm being very intentional in the bigger one to praise for anything that has already been answered and writing that down so that I'm intentional when I go to pray for those things as well. Yeah, you don't have to be in church to yeah. And I found out that paratransit I use can take Ooh, good deal, Sue. I'm glad that you found that out. That will be helpful for sure. I don't have a lip liner because I don't have all my stuff. I could I might have just a liner. I might try that. Mm. So this downtime has given me I'm continuing on, this is how my brain works, um, is getting me into good habits. So regardless of the bad circumstances that surround it, it's still all for the glory of God, and creating good habits in me that help me grow. Yay! And in a boot, she should be released from her boot this week. Yay! I'm so happy. As Melissa's daughter broke her foot, right? It was her foot on the monkey bars. I'm like, "Why is she in a cast?" Audrey is in our, She's in our Sunday school class, so we teach 5th and 6th graders, and so is she graduating or is she still gonna be in our class this next year? Because I think they're gonna be, graduating soon, and we won't be there, I don't think, for the graduation out of the students that are graduating out to the next grade. To go break her Yes, yes, she had to be like, you know, I wouldn't say Aunt Debbie, but maybe. She wanted to be like me. Yeah, Miss Deb, Miss Knobloch. That's what they call me, Miss Knobloch. Definitely brought you closer to the Lord when you got your cancer diagnosis. Yeah, I mean, hey, sometimes it takes some getting attention, right? You know? And it's for the good. I think it does for all of us. Kinda makes us put life into perspective. What? What are you talking about? Well, we aren't sure if we will stay. What are you talking about? Oh. Oh, okay. You had me so scared. You had me I mean, like, I want her to stay in our class, but you had me so scared that you guys were maybe moving churches or something. That's what it sounded like to me, and I got scared. But she wants to move up to Ryan's class in the evening. I gotcha. That's okay. I I know we're gonna miss some of our students for sure, and I hate that we can't be there for the graduation. Makes me sad. Okay. Yeah, that works. It worked. I'm shaky, so if you see and I do this, my cheeks are gonna shake. I know, when you said "we," I really thought maybe you're gonna be moving or something. Thank you. I'm telling you, I love this formula. It's really good. It's not like it is a good liquid lip formula. So, it's not that creamy one that stays creamy, which I like. It's not the creamy, it's a liquid lip, so it's gonna dry down completely, but it's not over drying, it doesn't flake off, it's just comfortable. I mean, it dries down, but it's not uncomfortable. I wouldn't say I don't feel like I don't have anything on, there's some that just doesn't even feel like you have anything on. I wouldn't say that, but it's super comfortable, like, it moves with your mouth and stuff, it doesn't feel like you're going, "Ugh, eyelids can't move." Y'all know what I'm talking about. You have to, unless you don't wear liquid lipstick. Good choice, ladies, or Penny. Thank you. Yes, that's true. That's true. Okay. Mm, feel like this one, right? Mhm. Right. This is where I can mess up sometimes because I keep going. Oh, well. Okay, Sylvia, this is Bossy. Code Debutawn saves 10%, and they're on sale right now. Okay, okay. It's not affiliated though. It's not affiliated. It's just a code for you guys. But look, I can't wait to wear this, you guys. Y'all know I like me a blue lippy, and it's my kind of blue too. This is called Honey. It's called Blue Faced Honeys. Look at that. Y'all know. If you know, you know. Remember, I had one, but I hated how it felt on my lips. She had it. I know. And I think she has a green too. I need to go back in and then look at this one. Look at this one. I'm not big on a metallic lip, but this looks so pretty on. And it felt divine. It's pretty. Little lilac lavender moment. Isn't that pretty? They do have black. Yep, they have black. I know. I'm going to have to probably get the black, and I think there's a green. I can't remember if there's green or not. Maybe there's not green, but I know there's black. There's other ones that I need to get. And then they had glosses. They have some glosses. I only have 2 of those, and I have Pixie Dust and Bad Bish. Okay. And that's really pretty over lippies. That one. Don't tempt me with liquid lipsticks. Have very different restraint, very little restraint. Girl, it's a good lippy. It dries down. You still feel like you have a lippy on. So it's not like so lightweight that you feel like you don't have anything on. So I can still feel I have a lippy on, but it wears good. And then this one is like, this one has like some iridescent. It's like it has some iridescent like colors in it, but also a gold shimmer as well. Like you can see a little bit of purples and maybe a little bit of like teals in it shifting, but then it's mainly a gold undertone gloss, like a gold shift, but clear. It's really pretty. Oh, my creepy skin. I need lotion. Ouch. Oh. Okay. I need to quit waving my arms around. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let me get this off of my hands, and I need blush and a highlighter because we do highlighters around here. But I I like this all matte look, okay? I think that it's not something I would have ever picked, but it works. It does. It works. We made it work, guys. We made it work. And I'm not mad at it. I wish there was shimmer. That's all I can say about it. I wish there was glitter, shimmer, anything. But if I'm going to wear a matte look, this turned out okay. It turned out okay. I'll take pictures. I'm not ashamed of it. So I will take pictures of it and I will post it. See, I'm more of a gloss mom. And hey, they improved glosses so much that I can wear gloss now without having that textile irritation of gloss. And so I'm super excited about the new formulas that I'm seeing everybody come out with. Yes, they have a black, and I need to try it too, Sylvia. We both need to probably pick up that black one and see if it's a good, or I could get it and let you know, or you can get it and let me know. The green lippies, yeah, I know. I need a good green lippy. Let's see here. You need a lippy bundle. I know, right? Same. See more. I'm more. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty. Turned out pretty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. Understand funny bone. Yeah. I didn't though. I didn't hit the funny bone. Thank goodness this time. Thank you so much, Sylvia. Colors made me doubt it. I know. Same girl, same. Could always add a highlighter in the corner. I know. I think I will. I can't do without shimmer. I know. Same girl. I do love how I know I'm the same way, Melissa. I have to have the glitter and the shimmer. I just never do all matte. Yeah, I know. Same, same. But hey, I'm adhering to what was chosen on the picker, and I like it still, you know? I still like it. And that's the whole point of the bingo, is creating something that is out of my box and something I would probably never create, you know, without being forced to do it. Okay. That's why I didn't repick my numbers, Penny, because I need to be forced out of my comfort zone, you know? Okay. Well, let me see if I can get Marty, because my highlighter palette that I want to use is on the other side and I can't reach it. So let me find my phone. Okay. And then while I'm waiting for him, I'll do my blush. Ooh, can I use, y'all know I like to use these for, I'm going to skip ads. Yes, well, yeah, the shimmer though, I have a highlighter palette I want to use. That black palette right there. Yeah, thanks. From Sugar Drizzle. I've been waiting to use this. Okay. So I think I'm going to use one of these though for the blush. I like to do that. Yes, that's what I love. Do it. Do it. And if you ever want to be pushed out of your comfort zone, Melissa, get a palette and say, I want to try 6 shades, and count out your shades exactly how they are in the palette from left to right, and first row, second row, third row, or however many rows is in your palette, and do the number generator and have it pick shades that you know you would never pick for yourself, and then try to create a look. And it's like a challenge, and it's fun. You should do it. Kind of puts you in a position where you're like, okay, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to do a little bit of liner, right? I'd put liquid liner right there just to connect the lashes to the inner corner. Just a little line. Maybe put a little too much on this other side, but yep, it ran. It ran. Okay, let me get, but easy fix. There. See? Okay. Right. And because you're like, oh, that's not a color I normally reach for, or you're thinking, I'm going to do this color combo every time you look at a palette, and it literally pulls you out of that and makes you put combinations, and then you have to think about placement. Like, oh, I have this color, but then this color, so do I want that on the top, bottom? Where am I going to place this, and how am I going to place it? And I want the darker, and it just makes you think out of the box. It really is a nice way of using shades you wouldn't normally use, and then combining them and trying to create a look with that, whatever you pick. Okay, now let me find my blush brush. Don't know why I'm talking like this now, but I need to find me my blush brush. Well, where did you go now? Where did you go? Nigel. Oh, there you are. Okay, so I do have colors I don't like. I'm going to go in with this one here for blush. because remember, even that looks lighter than what you would normally use for a blush, your eyeshadow is always more pigmented than a blush would be. So even though they may look the same in a pan, always go light-handed and always go maybe a shade lighter than what your blushes would normally look like when you're picking it from a palette. And then I just kind of brush downward a little bit and kind of go light-handed so I don't overdo it whenever I'm picking a blush. Okay? I have a little thing going on there. I'm going to have to try to cover up a little bit. And always start from the back and work forward. I did it opposite on this side. That's what made me think of it, but always start in the back here and work forward. Because that way if you picked up too much, it's up there by the hairline. And you can always buff it out, but it's better than starting here and have this big old blotch and trying to blend that out. That works really good as a blush. Is above the eyelash. Put your bottom colors below the eyelash, Justice. Oh, wait, where? What did you say? My eyes can water if I put liner under your lashes. Yeah, waterline here, inside, and then below the lashes. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys, my eyes, when I used to do my makeup all the time, my eyes used to water like crazy. Like, my eyes would just start watering, and it was irritating because it would start to water off the makeup, you know? I feel like this one here in the camera, but it's the lighting. Yeah, it's the lighting. Okay. And what I learned, because I see 3 different eye doctors. I see a regular eye doctor, I see a neuro-ophthalmologist, and then I see a retinal specialist. And what I learned in all those appointments is also if you use a little fan, give the makeup a moment to set, I will stop watering. But that would have been different from what was happening for me, at least. Um, the reason why your eyes water is because they're too dry. Like the eye itself is dry and it will over water even though it's dry when you have dry eyes. So when my eyes used to water all the time, I had extremely dry eyes. And when I started treating the dry eyes with just regular saline, which I'm not a doctor, you gotta consult your doctor before you do anything I tell you to do, right? But and they were having me put 8 drops in a day. Like, that's a lot. I didn't put 8 drops, but that was what they were telling me to do. And I have now started, y'all. I know everybody's talking about all the castor oil stuff, okay? Um, but I am a big believer in castor oil and the healing properties that it has. I'm a big believer. And so now that I've seen it myself, castor oil on my eyelids at night or even up underneath helps my lashes. And it also helps the moisture in my eyes. It has restored. I have such dry eyes that they write me a prescription for Restasis. Okay. That's how bad they are. They're so incredibly, yes, cold pressed and organic. But they're so dry that I have to have a prescription. Since I've been using castor oil on my eyelids, my eyelashes are, I don't know if you noticed before I put on the fake lashes, but they're long. And y'all know my lashes are not, they're horrible. Anybody that's known me for any length of time know how horrible. My lashes are better. And I don't have to put any eye drops in my eyes anymore. None. prescription or just regular saline. Not saline, they had me put in, uh, it's just a regular artificial tears, no extra, no gets the red out or anything like that. It's just straight up artificial tears, and they would have me put that in like 8 drops a day plus Restasis, okay? I don't have to use any of it anymore. None of it. And as soon as they released me to be able to moisturize my leg because there was damage to the nerves when they did the surgery because my incision's like 12 inches long down the inside of my leg around my knee area. So right at the bend and about 6 inches this way and a 6 inches this way. So it's about 12 inches down my leg. But they had to put all that metal plate and screws into the bone to hold the tibia together right underneath the knee. So what they did is they damaged a whole bunch of nerves. Like I don't have feeling in the front part of my shin at all, from my knee all the way down to halfway down my shin. But it also caused this condition in my leg that upset like the dermis in there as well, along with the nerves. And it has caused this dry, scaly stuff that just does not go away. It's awful. And as soon as I was able to start moisturizing again, castor oil. My leg gets castor oil because it's going to help with the wound. It's going to help with the inflammation. It's going to help with the skin and everything. So, getting castor oil all over. My sheets are awful and I don't care. I don't care at this point. And you can mix it with jojoba oil, and that's a carrier oil. So you can mix it with jojoba oil, and then it will absorb a little easier instead of having a thick, because castor oil is super thick and it doesn't like dissipate very quickly. So you will get it on your clothes, you will get it on your sheets, you will get it everywhere. But at this point, my skin is needing it so bad. I'm just like, I don't care about the sheets. I'll get new sheets because I need to get this into my body and help it to heal and to help it. And if you go down a rabbit hole of what all castor oil does, it helps so many things. It's not just topical, it can help things internal. And there's castor oil wraps. And the big thing with castor oil wraps that you want to make sure you do is you go all organic. Like you have to have fabric because castor oil will carry chemicals into your body as well. So if you mix like an essential oil in with castor oil, it will help carry that into your system. So you only use a little itty bitty bit because it's a carrier oil. It will carry it in. So like I have a homemade face thing that's been helping with it because I've been getting these little keratin spots after the wreck. I don't know. The wreck has really, in the surgery, the wreck sent my skin through. And that's why I've started to look into the castor oil thing. So it's been helping with the keratin spots on my face. And I mix part jojoba oil, part castor oil, and some frankincense. Just a couple of drops of frankincense. That's it. Oh, castor oil is the thing. But buy it. It's in a plastic bottle. And since it carries chemicals and different things, buy it in a plastic bottle because you can't find it in a glass bottle. I've tried, unless you're going to go on a website and spend like 5 times too much. So I buy it in a plastic bottle, and then I buy little mason jars, and I fill up my mason jars with the castor oil so it goes, and I'm transporting it into a glass, and that's just going to be as good as it's going to get because I'm not going to spend an arm and a leg on castor oil. So they go in little mason jars. I'm glad you're back. It helped with Mr. Crepes. Yes, you can rub it on your stomach. It will help with constipation, menstrual cramps, fibroids. Okay, so really, what really got me interested in the castor oil wraps and why I started looking into the wraps. And these are things that you can wrap, and they keeps the oil up against your skin. And they have like waist ones, legs, arms, and you wrap them and they keep that oil up against your skin, and it has like a waterproof padding on the outside so it doesn't seep out onto your clothes. You can wear them during the day, you can wear it overnight, you can wear it all the time. So why I was like, "Ooh," it got my attention, okay, is because as I was looking up the castor oil for some of the healing things that I was looking for, like, the surgery and the nerves and all that stuff, I was going down a rabbit hole. Then my skin was kinda wigging out, and then I found out that it would help with, like, the spots, and I was just going further and further down this rabbit hole. The wraps, you have to get them organic because they carry chemicals, and the castor oil will carry chemicals into your body, so you wanna get an organic, pure, like, don't skimp on that, make sure that you're getting the right material for the wrap. And then, in plus size ladies, they have plus size wraps for your waist. Just saying. I got me one, okay? Um as I was going down that, it says that castor oil dissolved, like proven to dissolve fibroids in women. You know, the big fibroid tumors. This lady was going to go in for surgery. She was putting castor oil on a wrap and wrapping her lower abdomen in the castor oil wraps. And when she went in, just 2 weeks later, fibroids were gone. Okay, now fibroids can dissolve on their own too, like, they've known to go away on their own too, but this has been proven multiple times with the castor oil. So, um, yeah, actually, it was my daughter that got me started looking because she's very into natural everything. Like, she barely sees a doctor. She barely I think there's a good medium for me. I think that there's balance. There's things that we need to go to the doctor for, but there's also things that if we can do it naturally, I say do it naturally. And if it works, then great. If it doesn't, then you need to move to the medical realm. Okay. I don't believe that you should treat things that should be treated like, you know, you have strep throat, you probably should get some antibiotics. There's just things that and that's my own opinion. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. And I think that there's a good balance there. And knowing the balance is where, you know, is where, everybody is probably going to differ. But um I was trying to find some things, out, and she was talking about castor oil for some other stuff. And so I was like, let me look into this further. And so there's this lady that she listens to. She's really, really good. She's all natural. And she talks about castor oil. She's like lecturing. I forget Barbara something. Maybe you guys have seen her. She's on some TikToks and stuff like that. But what's her name? Barbara something, but she's so smart. She knows all of the the body, and just she's so smart. But they like try to ban her. Like, doctors try to ban her and everything cuz she's like healing people out there with their remedies and how they work and why they work, and she goes and she breaks down the body and she breaks down why these things work, and it's so good. It's like a lecture. She does like lectures. So it's not like you know, I don't know. She's just very good. She's like standing at a whiteboard and she's drawing things out, and she's like the science behind it. Okay. And so, anyways, got down a rabbit hole with her. She's really, really good. Learned a lot through her. But okay, let me get my brain reeled back in for a minute. Okay. So when I was hearing about the fibroids and how different, like, cyst, fibroids, all these things were going away after doing I'm like, "What about Derkham's tumors? What about them? Will it make those go away? Let's just try. Does it hurt to try? Heck no. I'll probably need to order, like, a truckload of castor oil to be able to do, um yeah, holistic. Um, I Hi, Alex. Hey, girl. Hey, I'm at the end here, but, if you wanna go back, um, and watch, I did a a very tough bingo with all 3 palettes from Nomad, so if you wanna see that, you can go back and see it. Watch it on 2 times speed since it's a little long. She also thinks okay, yeah, but okay, we have a friend that I'm sure you could figure out who I'm referring to that is very granola crunchy. If she has a throat issue or a cough, she eats a clove of garlic. Yes, and that's my daughter too. That's Emily. Emily, my daughter, she eats a clove of garlic. She treats everything holistically. I don't I'm not all the way there. Like, I think that there are certain Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that there's a place for it, you know what I mean? And I think that a lot of things can help. And I think that if you're young and healthy, yeah, go for it. You know what I mean? Like, eat your garlic, girl, eat it. No, but and your shots and all that stuff. But at some point, you need to also, I don't see it work a whole lot either. You know what I mean? Not on a whole, like maybe shave some time off. I don't know. But I know that a healthy lifestyle overall, and that's what she's really good at, is a healthy overall lifestyle is gonna help with some of those things. But I think that there is also a line, and that's all I'm saying. There's a line where you're like, "Okay, you need to go in and get some antibiotics." Um, because, you know yeah, I don't think that it all helps, and I'm the same way because I've done all the essential oil thing, I've done all kinds of different things. And I'm gonna put on a little bit of brows while we're talking. Um, I've done so much in the years that I've had this, so I do know some things do work, some things are just things, you know? And I'm sorry, and this may offend some people, it may, okay? But I just wanna let you know that all supplement we wanna talk about big pharma and all of the pharmaceuticals that are making all this money, okay? And they're pushing drugs on us because they make money off the drugs. But let me balance that out for you guys because I'm all about balance, okay? Let me balance that out. The health food industry is also making a lot of money off of you. The vitamin companies are also making a lot of money off of you. The essential oils people, they are also making a lot of money off of you. So, does it really work? Or are you listening to somebody that is also making a lot of money off of you? You know what I mean? So, I think using our God gifted brains to figure things out is where it's at. And there's not a be all, for everything. Okay. So you can't just sit there and go, oh, you need to only do holistic, or oh, holistic is kooky and you only need to go to a doctor. No. How about you just see what works for your body because your body is going to be different from my body, and my body is going to be different from his body and her body. And some things will work for me that won't work for you, and vice versa, because we're not all made the same. So, therefore, use your brain, go out there, try a holistic thing. Does it work? Is it helping? If not, maybe I need to go see a doctor. Maybe I need to try this or that or look up something else. If not, then you do that with everything. You can do that with every single thing. But they are let's all making money off of you. It's not just big pharma. It is everybody is making money off of you. And so if you want to believe it, like it's the Bible, like the and not look at it at an angle that every workout supplement, everything, protein powder, protein bar, they're making money off of you. And honestly, the upcharges on that is just as bad as big pharma. So, you know what I mean? All right, let's get off that. Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. Coconut oil, coconut oil is awful for my body. And that's why I say it may work for one person, it's not gonna work for everybody. Garlic not garlic, I just read garlic. Coconut oil does not work well with my body at all. Um, Sometimes I don't think it helps, it doesn't. It may be a placebo. Absolutely. Mm, yeah, there's benefits to a lot of different things. Yeah, there is. There's benefits. Um, but once again, there's benefits, and I do believe in vitamins, but let's just say this, I've taken vitamins and they were not working, and I go in and I have this extra, like, hair follicle test done, and I have these deficiencies. Regardless, I was taking the supplements, and I still have like, extreme deficiencies, like, put you in the hospital kind of extreme deficiencies, and come to find out, I needed a shot. And the only way that I'm getting anything that I'm putting in my body is either sublingual up underneath my tongue or a shot because I don't absorb through my stomach like I should. So I'm not absorbing minerals and vitamins through my stomach like I should. That's why it's just not all cookie cutter, you know? Some of the health food is not all that healthy. I know, right, Tish? I'm a firm believer that natural is better. God put everything we need to be healthy. Yes, but Penny, God also put brains in the physicians as well. Not all of them, but some of them, but the knowledge that we have. So he also has advanced medical also. So it's there and it's on the earth to be able to do these things, but it also is putting he put brains in us to be able to say, "Okay, for this, I think we need to go this route." Okay, cancer came back, whatever, like it's medicine's not going to help. So let's do this over here too, or let's do both, and that's the great thing about being able to think things through and do what is right for our bodies and try things. But I think that people get so narrow-minded in one direction or the other that they're unwilling to look outside of the box and consider it all. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, let's consider it all. I don't care. Hovering, looking at me till I stop talking. Oh, shoot. Let me see. Hold on, let me go back. I'm probably a good balance between the two is a good place to be. Yes, oftentimes the meds side effects are worse than not taking the med. That's true, but unless the med, you always, and that's the thing about meds too, is you have to consider the benefit versus the risk. And if that is going to cause worse issues than what you're dealing with to begin with, then yeah, you need to consider maybe doing something different. But like with chemo pretty much kills you and then brings you back to life, right? But you need it. You know, you need it. Not everybody needs it, but for most cancers you need it. So is the benefit is the medicine going to make you worse? Yes, but for a long-term effect. And that's good. And you may have worse things on your body, like neuropathy and all these things from the chemo because you had to take it. And so now you feel worse than you did before you had the cancer, but the outcome of cancer is death. So we take the treatment and we have to deal with the outcome of what that poison does to our body, but that poison's also the only thing gonna keep you alive as well, for the most part. There's some people that can go and do these, really restrictive, uh, regiment of, uh, healthy foods and stuff like that, they've done that, and for certain cancers, it doesn't I mean, just same thing with, epilepsy. There's a diet that can help with epilepsy, and there's also people that have cannabis and stuff like that that helps with epilepsy instead of being on all these harsh meds. But what people don't understand, because, we had all kinds of people coming up to us when we were trying to figure out all the stuff with Tanner, is not all epilepsy is the same. And those diets and some of these other alternative treatments only work for certain types of epilepsy, not all. It's not a blanket answer. So that's where you have to stop and consider all things and come up with a reasonable thing for whatever it is you're dealing with. Mm, okay, let me see what I'm missing here. Her doctor, I'm not taking that. How funny. Famous for telling her, I'm not taking that. Since eating healthy than I did, that's good, Justice. My MS costs over $6,000 a month, but it is keeping, yes. And that's why, some meds are they're just necessary. I understand what you mean, and yes, I know you do, Penny. Are some things that require medical intervention? Yes. Yes, just as eating less processed. Yes, because sugars can cause inflammation. The processed food that we eat is awful. Um, but I also know that some of it, if you do it some of the time, is not gonna be bad. It's when you that's your main source of diet, okay? Anything, most anything, you can handle in moderation, and it's a balance. It is a balance, guys, like, it is. Or you can just Hi, Chanda, thank you for coming. We're rounding it up here at the end. Just rub some coconut. Stop it, Melissa, stop. I know there is people out there, I'm telling you. No, it's just that's not true, and, believe it or not, and it's just it bothers me sometimes because, like, I sometimes kids, like, if you grow up in a family and, like, that's all they do, it's like sometimes they suffer when, like, they could just go get an antibiotic and feel better the next day, you know what I mean? And that bothers me, like, when they're just it bothers me. But, and everybody is entitled and okay with what they believe in, but it's just or what they're, what they how they wanna treat things or whatever, that's their prerogative. But I also feel like there's just balance, there's just balance. Okay. I I don't know if you can see me, but my leg is hurting. So I'm gonna jump off here because I'm trying to move my leg as well. So I gotta move. But this is my look. I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna post this look because I'm not ashamed of it. The bingo did me dirty. And I had all mats, Chanda. I know you're just popping in here, so I'm just letting you know. I had all mats and the mats didn't make sense together, but I was able to create this look. So the bingo still lost, okay? I think that this turned out good. I got all mats. I got, like, the lightest mats and then the darkest mats and just crazy mats, but I like how it turned out, so I did crimp my hair. Yes. Thank you. All right, guys, I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me for 3 hours. Y'all are amazing, 3.5 hours. Um, if you guys wanna see how this all came about, watch it on replay, 2 times it, jump around, figure out what you wanna watch, what you don't wanna watch. My brother was here earlier. Y'all got to talk to my brother. So my brother was here earlier. My brother's wife was here earlier, and my my brother's mother-in-law, so Dawn's mom was all here in the chat. So that was really neat. And so it was a family affair here. But that was really cool, and I'm thankful that they came. They live in Tennessee, so I don't get to see them very often, but that was really cool. And my brother was nice. He didn't pick on me or anything, so it worked out good. All right, guys, I love you all. Thank you for hanging out with me. Nomad launch is on the 21st at noon Eastern Time, 11 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Pacific Time, and 10 o'clock Mountain Time. Okay. And like I said, they'll do them single for 22, and then they're also gonna have, like, a set, as far as I know, a set deal where you can get all 3 for a that's a little shush shush because they haven't posted about that yet, but all 3 for a certain price along with the Nomad travel bag, I think. I think. That was mentioned to me, but I don't know. I might be divulging something that may or may not happen, but it was talked about, okay? Um and then there's something else that they're looking at doing too, but I'm not gonna tell that because I already spilled the beans about the other. Um, put a like for the lippies, please. Are you talking to me? A like? Oh, a link for the lippies. It's already it's Mandy makeup. So the link is already down there with my code. I get 15% off. I think I said 10% off earlier. 15. I get 15% off and they're on sale right now. So is the glosses. So the liquid lips and the glosses are on sale, plus you get my 15% off. So now's the time, really. I probably need to go pick up the other colors, just to be honest. I really do. I probably need to. I need to. No, I'm just kidding, because I'm going to be clearing out a lot of my lippies. They're so old. I don't buy lippies on a regular basis, so I need to. Yeah, I'm going to have to swap some out. Yes, link is in my description. All my videos, all my lives, it's down there. It's with all my codes and my discounts and stuff. The link, you can push it and go straight there. She's in my discount list down there, okay? It's in there. Okay. And then anything else that I needed to share with you guys? I don't know. Oh, about the palette launches. Like I said, if you haven't watched the reels, my first reel is up with the blue palette, which just using the blue palette with all the shimmers, so you can get a good look at that. The tomorrow will be the orange one with all the shimmers, with all the shadows on my eyes, and it's a cool look. I kind of like what I did with that one. That's tomorrow. And then the last one will be the cool tone taupey palette, and that's a smoky eye look. That will be for that. It's a 3-part airline stewardess kind of thing that I did with the first palette, and I'm carrying that on in 3-part series for the new launch. I'm sorry, like, I need to take a drink probably. You know what I did for a living, and I have labs done every 3 months and have biotic pellets inserted in my hip. Oh, really? They don't like it because it's more holistic? Is that why they don't like it? Yeah, family reunion, right? So, have a good evening. Love you, Melissa. I need you. I know that sometimes we say things and we don't think them through. I need you to really think about it, pray about it, talk to your husband about it, your daughter, and all that stuff, and then talk. We'll talk. I want you to really think about what we talked about because it would be a huge sacrifice and like a lot of travel. And I don't know if you're up for that. So we need to we need to I don't wanna put you in a bind or ever make anybody it's just the way I think it's just the way I was raised. Like, I just don't I feel like a burden all the time. So, um, it's something that I really want a lot of thought into because I don't ever wanna feel like a burden. And that's how I feel already, but, that's why I just feel guilty then. I don't know. It's probably all on me. I probably need to be in prayer for myself. Um, okay. All right. I love you all. I'm gonna get off here. My leg is hurting, so we need to cut it, and probably I'll have a migraine, but it was so worth it. I am so excited, and guys, Electrum Cosmetics is coming too, the new release, so I'll be going another live. We'll be doing this again. So, I was so happy to see so many people show up today for my first live back, and thank you for coming, and I hope to see you the next time, and maybe I can pop on here again. I have some unboxings I can do, some subscriptions that I came in and stuff, so I'll do what I can do, and I'm so glad that y'all are sticking in there with me until I can get back on my feet, literally, okay? I love y'all. Bye. Have a good day, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend.